You look so pretty.
Aww.
Would you like some tacos?
Hit it.
How did we even get here? Cause I swear I don't recognize here. Hey, Auriane's here. Auriane. Yes,
that works.
Beautiful. Auriane, welcome.
Auriane.
Welcome.
I wanted to say thank you and yes, but I know your bitch ass doesn't have any tacos.
That's true. She's talking to you because you said the taco part.
Oh, well, yeah.
She knew my part was sincere.
I am cute.
That's right.
I'm
that's
not,
right.
you know,
My
I'm
part
not
was
shooting
sincere.
my own horn here, but
Finally
I
have two cute people on the podcast. Sorry,
right.
Trey.
Me and Auriane. All right.
Let's start this off right.
Oh.
Yeah?
Yeah, let's get this going.
I'm down for that.
Here we go. So,
Yes.
cheers, ladies and gents.
So good to see you
Salud.
guys. Me. Spilled it on my titties again. That's second time.
He said save it for the podcast. So
I told you.
You did
it's
it.
gonna happen.
Hey, you still have a napkin right here, by the
These
way.
things just flopping around, catching vodka.
Did you catch it? Look, you.
I fucked the thing up by tapping the thing. All right.
No. You're good.
No, that's fucking the thing up by tapping the
Brent
You
is
and
trying
your
to.
stupid eye products.
Okay, here's the thing. Rihanna's got to relax. This is gonna be so distracting
Hold
for me.
on. Before we get,
doing all
we'll
that.
turn it off. But before
not turning that
before
off.
we get before we get to Rihanna and all that, we have a special guest.
We do.
Oh.
Yeah. Rihanna, right there. Oh, I mean Auriane. Auriane.
Ladies, give it up for Auriane de Rudder.
Hi.
She is the host of her own
Claps.
podcast called
Claps.
Not Literary.
Right, not literary.
Not literary. Okay.
It is a storytelling podcast, and I tell stories from my book, also called Not Literary.
Yes, but we met her because she was the bartender at our once and not anymore favorite hangout, bar named Clancy's here in Long Beach.
Wait a second. Speak for yourself. That's not where I met her.
Oh, really? Where'd you meet her?
I was asleep, and I dreamed up the perfect woman, and then Auriane came floating through, and that's how I met her, Brent.
That is so dumb.
And that's
Yes.
Auriane.
She's
That's,
here.
That's
Oh, man.
Auriane.
She is
That's,
here.
That's,
Man,
that's
that
the
was not
response.
good.
That
I
was
was
the
hoping
greatest
for.
pickup line of all time.
No, you know the greatest pickup line of all time.
All right, I guess.
I've tried it
You
a couple.
look beautiful. Can I get you some tacos?
I've tried it a
Intro's
couple
over.
times and it's kind of worked a couple of times.
Really?
Yes.
Good. She didn't just think you were a waiter.
No. Well, it's all online. For me, it's all online.
Okay, so that would be weird if a waiter was like,
Yeah,
DMing
real.
you, like,
I can't pick chicks up in real life. but
Wait,
it's
how
all
do you
online.
get the tacos line off online?
I'd say, hey, this picture looks great, or sometimes they may have food, and oh, you're a foodie, you look pretty, you want some tacos? And
Also, he's on Uber Eats, and that's what he's talking about when he says online.
I see.
Like-
I see.
I'm what?
On Uber Eats.
Oh,
Not on a dating site. It's like he's picking up somebody's Italian food, and he's like, by the way,
It's Auriane.
your picture's beautiful, and she
Yeah,
wants some
Walking
tacos
multiples
too.
at once.
yeah, exactly.
I actually was gonna play this earlier when y'all said that, and then I'm really glad this video came on by itself with the double.
It's meant to be.
Yeah,
That is what
absolutely.
it is like. Look, I can walk 2 dogs at once, but I can't.
Like
not that
3 or
I can't.
4?
Walking 3 is difficult.
I can see that.
Especially when I first started, I had like a 16-year-old Chihuahua, a 5-month-old spaz dog, and then my dog that's somewhere in between.
Spaz.
And they were just like all like 2 of the 3 were on retractable leashes, and it was just. I just looked stupid, and I was just constantly like tangled up, just like comedy of errors. I'm gonna fall over and skin my knee.
So, what was your first impression, if you remember a first impression about either one or both of us?
Oh, okay.
This is fun.
As a bartender in this little
Well, I'm just gonna
skeezy
tell you
dive
as a
bar.
person. I mean, you know, bartenders also the impression we give off when we're working is probably different than the impression we actually have.
That's fair.
Which is anybody at work.
Yeah.
You know,
Right,
you don't
yeah,
tell
that's
your
very
boss
fair.
like I thought you were a real cocksucker. So,
I mean,
but you probably
Wait,
did.
I was gonna say, you mean you
I
didn't?
was gonna say,
Of all
yeah.
people?
Right.
Oh no, I never told my boss that. I mean, I would tell him that now. He knows. I'm sure he knows.
Yeah, absolutely.
He'll know when I buy that place and turn it into a free parking lot. Anyway, that's one of my financial goals.
I love it.
Yeah, me
The
too.
pettiness
Long
there
Beach
is
needs more
beautiful.
parking.
They
Long
do.
Beach doesn't
Long Beach
need
does need
more
more parking.
Martina. Suck it, dude.
Well,
Sorry.
you would think so, but let's not get into politics.
So what I thought of you.
Yes.
Okay, so I thought you were extremely theatrical, and I figured that you like had done some acting on stage.
I have.
That's fair.
Yeah, and that because I met you during karaoke, and you really throw it out there in karaoke. And then also I was like, okay, he needs to like reel it in a little bit in karaoke.
who's going for it.
But only because, like, sometimes people would be intimidated to go do karaoke after you.
I actually did hear that a couple times.
Yeah. Not all the time. Sometimes it was completely appropriate, and other times it was just. But you know, when you're drinking Long Island's and
sometimes
blue
it just feels
motherfuckers,
right.
it's like sometimes you're gonna just let it loose, and that's fine. It's a bar. It's not Broadway.
That was the one good thing about that bar was that they had incredibly cheap adioses.
Is $8 incredibly cheap
For Brent.
For an adios?
Now where I'm from.
Like usually adioses are, you know.
I mean, I guess
Stop
everywhere I've worked, it's been cheap because it's the worst alcohol that we have. But like, it's not the worst. It's just all of the well. You just use all. But yeah.
Isn't it supposed to be top shelf? Adios?
No.
Long Island is supposed to be below. Adios is supposed to be top,
He
right?
finds out now. He finds out so many years later.
No, the only difference between a Long Island and an Adios are the mixers, and you either use triple sec for a Long Island or blue curacao is how you're supposed to say it, but I always say curacao because I'm a dumb bitch.
I like curacao.
But yeah, and that's blue, so that's why it makes the other one blue. And yeah, there's a few differences. You don't put Coke, and it doesn't matter. That's not that
You learn
interesting.
something new. See, you learn here on the podcast.
Just Google it, you'll see.
Just Google it.
Yeah, and then my first impression of you.
I can't even remember when we met.
Yeah, it's hard to say first.
Yeah.
But I can tell you what I think about you right now.
I don't know how I feel about that.
Speak clearly into the microphone.
Yes, Trey is a douchebag.
That's
no,
fair. That's
no,
fair.
No. I didn't think that. I thought that you didn't belong at Clancy's.
I get that.
I can see that.
I get that. Yeah.
I can see that.
It was like.
What is this guy doing?
Well, no. There were, and I would put you in this category too, although you weren't usually sitting at the bar, and like we didn't have a lot of deep conversations. You were more on stage, which, okay, just a situation. But he was at the bar, and we talked a lot, and a lot of people that came in that I liked at Clancy's, girls especially, I would tell them right away, like, this is not your regular bar.
Right.
This is a phase. This is a place where people go when they want to slum. And like, don't be a person who makes that slum their life.
Don't be a piece
because that's
of
what
it,
a lot of people in there were.
And you know what? You
And still
definitely
are.
saw that. You definitely saw that.
Yeah, and it's okay if like it's your local bar and that's what you do. And it's okay if you want to like be a drinker who goes to the bar every day. Like, I'm not here to shit on that. That's like not my place. But I do not want to see people who are like young, lively, with creative potential that you both have go into a place that's like kind of a den of sadness and get sucked in and become
especially
alcoholics.
during the day.
She's
there
right.
were the
sadness,
morning drinkers that were there because that would be my hangout when I was selling weed was there at Clancy's. And so in the morning, because it's pretty central location, I was delivering weed. Central location. And a moment's notice, I can hop up and
there's no security
and make the delivery.
Yeah, the drinks are cheap. The bartender's super cute.
But yeah, Scott. Oh my God.
I was talking about Chris. Yeah.
Good old Chris.
No offense, Chris. I'm not kidding. You are cute. Hi, honey.
But
Chris, my guy.
But there were a couple of cautionary tales that you saw at Clancy's.
Yeah.
Like, and Clancy's seemed to be the place where the cautionary tales.
Yeah,
went.
and if you were working it, you really saw like the story from point A to point C. And it was just really disgusting, honestly.
So
the way that people can just deteriorate.
Let me ask, in reverse, what did you think of Auriane when you first saw her?
I was like, well, I was, damn, like that was I was like, Jesus.
You went damn instantly.
I was like, Jesus, fuck. I was like, I was also like, what the fuck is she doing here?
I get that a lot.
It's like,
I ask
like,
myself
what
that
is
a lot.
she doing here?
Yeah.
I was like,
years of systematic abuse at the hands of terrifying men sometimes will lead you down a dark path.
That's why I set you away from Brent.
Thank you.
I sat in the middle as a buffer.
Thank you.
Yeah.
I thought it was to protect me. Honestly,
Maybe.
That's what I told him. But
I'm on the Snap network.
I was like, what the hell is she doing here? And then you talked, and I was like, she's funny. And then you insulted somebody, and I was like, she's dangerous. I'm scared, but also weirdly turned on, but then scared because of that.
That makes money.
But
Ladies,
that's
there's
true.
a niche for that.
That's very
there
true.
certainly
Yeah.
is, and we'll get to
Yeah.
that, and we'll get to that in a second. But yeah, that was my thought. And honestly, the longer you stayed there, the more I was like, why is she still here? Especially hearing you talk about it.
Yeah.
And then when you finally quit, I was like, well, it took you long enough.
Yeah. I mean, this is a lighthearted podcast, and we're not going to talk about cults and I mean, we could talk about cults.
Hold
we
on.
weren't in.
No, let's talk about what is this cult that I've seen this before. Let's air this out. What cult are you talking about?
The owner
The
there.
cult of the roaches?
I'm talking about Clancy's.
No, I'm saying the cult of the roaches?
Oh, that's a whole different sack of potatoes. No.
That you would not want to eat there.
You were working there, you are, and I don't care how cool you are, how strong you are, how independent you are, or how above it you think you are, the owner manipulates you in a really classic, systematic way, the same way that like people you see on documentaries and cults manipulate people. And it's sick and it's dark and it's...
Really?
Yes.
Because he looks like he's nondescript.
Well, so does Keith Raniere, and so does Charles Manson until you put him in jail, and so does everybody. They're just like these slight little wormy motherfuckers, and then what do you see next? I should have left the first day I trained when I saw how browbeaten the female staff was and how horribly they had been affected by this place. I thought I was above it because I worked for people that were more powerful than this man. I worked for people that were much scarier than this man, that like, I mean, I had like bar bosses who were like Jewish mafia and like killed people. I'd say that with quotations because like I'm not here for that.
Right.
None of my bees.
Allegedly.
Scary stuff and like really like crazy, but they never abused me with the intention of keeping me close forever in a really, really harmful, sick, unhappy way.
Don't forget, you're here forever.
That mental abuse shit. It hit different.
And look at the staff. The staff stays until he fires them.
Yep. Because
they're used up.
Yep. That's true. That's all big facts.
Like we have girls who have, from what I've heard, a girl who used to work there is now dead from liver failure. We have a girl, nobody that we knew, and that could be not true. I heard it in another bar that's full of crazy people, so take that with a huge grain of salt.
Fair.
Yeah, in Orange County, so like cuckoo bananas. But yeah, and then there's only at the rallies and everywhere in between.
I thought they moved them to Sonic.
Yeah, oh Lord. Anyway, yeah, and then we had just like friends of mine like suffering from pretty like bad mental illness from it, post-traumatic stress disorder from it, losing relationships with family, with friends, with lovers, boyfriends, getting so sick that they were hospitalized within an inch of their life.
All from working at a bar?
Yeah, that's crazy.
People can... I mean, I didn't quit until I was like doing Pilates in my living room one day and had a complete mental breakdown. I was having panic attacks like every other day. I was drinking my weight in alcohol every time I was there and then drinking afterwards. I was sick. I was really sick. And I did things like run 7 or 8 miles a day to like get it out of my head so I could get back to a space where I could do it again. And like, and it was absolutely that motherfucker. Excuse my language. I'm trying not to use the F word, but this conversation is.
Oh no, you can curse like a fucking sailor.
I know, but
she doesn't want to.
But I've been trying to only use the F word effectually because I've been saying really stupid things like I stubbed my fucking toe on the fucking door and now I'm a fucking asshole. Like you don't need to say it that much. Like, you need to like wait and be like,
make it
you're
effective.
a fucking cunt.
I did recently hear an episode of your podcast where you and your friend were talking about trying to bring seemingly non-offensive words in and just saying them like you
S-O-B.
dummy.
You dummy.
You jerk.
That was the one where I was cussing so much because I had our scheduling got off and so I had like an hour to kill in Mexico, so.
You just went for it.
Glug.
So, when I met Auriane, since no one's going to ask me, you rude fucks, I'm going to use it there because I meant it.
Let's talk more about us.
Damn, I mean, I know I'm quiet comparatively.
You talk, I'll bring more alcohol over closer.
All right. Cool.
Oh yeah, bartend.
Yes, that's right, Brent.
Do it. Try it on for size. I'll pretend to be Mark. What are you doing? What?
Serving your customers. You bald fuck.
Hold on, let me pick at my head a little bit. I'm just kidding.
Yeah,
you guys,
I
I shouldn't even talk about that.
Labels away. Okay, so when I met Auriane, my initial thing was, oh shit, she's from the East Coast. That's cool. But then I found out you were closer, like pretty close proximity, Baltimore, and I was like, oh shit, like she's right in that little pocket. Virginia.
That's right. I'm
Regina.
sorry.
She's
But you
she's
moved
gotta
to
go-
Philly.
she's
But
gotta
you moved
leave.
to Philly for a minute.
No, never went to Philly.
You're
in
an
my whole
Eagles
life.
fan, right?
I am an Eagles fan. That's
Gotcha.
true. That's true. Just go with that.
That must have been it.
No, but see, you can see how much Auriane cares about my life right now. This is deep.
Shut
This is deep.
up.
Regina King, how is she doing? See how much I know? See what I'm
Regina
saying?
King.
See what I said?
Isn't Regina King the one that had the dress that went like this at the Oscars?
She is.
Regina King.
I
is-
looked her up. Yeah.
Wait,
I
wait,
didn't
wait.
like that dress.
Second, what is your dog's name? Regina what?
Regina Alicia Keys George de Rudder.
Okay, never mind. I don't.
So her name in the pound was Regina George. So I adopted her because Regina George is a character in a movie that I just thought that sounded like a cool dog. Like she's like the queen of the high school and she's
What
a real
movie?
bee. Mean Girls.
Oh,
So like the main character in Mean
That's his
Girls.
movie.
Well, Lindsay Lohan.
I've
is
seen it,
named-
just not in forever.
Okay, so the blonde one that like everybody hates.
Okay.
That's what my dog was named after. And I was like, she was asleep in the cage. Both the dogs were. And I was like, I want to see Regina George. And they brought out this dog. And this poor girl, she was a mess. And she just like jumped into my lap and was like, get me out of here. And she was so dirty and she smelled so bad. And I was like, I'll take her. Like she needs out. And I need a dog. My dog had just died. I was like, whatever. Like
This is time.
I had been to like 10 pounds and I like test drove like 50 dogs and none of them liked me.
So then, did you get over the death of your other dog just by getting another dog?
No.
Is that it?
No, I got it was about 2 months in between, and the way my dog died was really like it was really sad, but it was like really, really beautiful, and I had a funeral for him that was really crazy and really funny. I actually have a book about that called How to Kill Your Chihuahua. It's a funny book. It's
Heard
a
that.
coffee table book about grief, and it's full of rhyming couplets.
Where can people find that book?
On my website, aurianderudder.com, which these guys are going to put in the podcast
Yeah.
description because my name is wacky
It's
as hell.
very difficult to spell.
I know. It won't be. Give me time. People will be naming their child Auriane de Rudder, or at least their dog.
Cheers to that.
Cheers. Name your dog Auriane. I'll send you
With
$20
the-
on Venmo.
With the classy glass. With the classy glass.
Mhm.
Yeah, when they don't clink, that's when you
And
know
the
it's
sippy
real.
shot.
It was for the audio. That's why I didn't get glass. Or crystal.
Muted that out.
I didn't
No.
finish. Wait.
Sorry.
Wait. So,
I'm not dogs.
it wasn't just because she was from the East Coast. That wasn't why. Okay? Then she started talking and she was mad sassy instantly. And I was like, holy shit, I can talk to her.
Sassy or belligerent?
A little of both. But,
Belligerent means drunk.
yeah, that's true. So, not little
But
of both.
sassy,
She was
you
very
don't
sober
have
at
a
the time.
southern
But-
accent to
but-
be sassy. I
You
feel
don't
like
have-
you
you don't
need
have
a
to
southern
have a
accent to be sassy.
Well,
I get called sassy all the time. I don't have
I
a
did
southern
live
accent.
in Nashville for 8 years, and when I came here from Nashville, I had a southern accent. And that was, I started at Clancy's right away, so maybe there was a little
Sass completely has nothing to do with a southern accent for me. It was just about what she was saying. And I was
ass,
like,
not sass.
yeah, for sure. And I was like, holy shit, this
Hashtag ass not
girl,
sass.
hashtag ass not sass. Yes, but yeah, I was legitimately like, yo, she's funny as shit. Like I can just say whatever, and she's not really offended by it. And she's doing the same thing, and she can tell I'm not offended by it. So this is cool. Like it's
We
a good
did
rapport.
bond on the East Coast thing really quick.
Quickly. I mean, like it was fast, and I think actually that might have been our first conversation. To be honest, like I couldn't really remember, but now I think that was it.
Probably.
But I was like, yeah, this girl's cool as fuck. And then like Brent said, I'm like, and she's super attractive. Shouldn't be at
Thanks,
Clancy's. Like,
guys.
what's she doing here? This is weird. Why is she at this place?
I will say this about that. Dive bars are the best money in the bar game.
I can see that.
You don't want to do, people always ask me, like, why don't you go work at, like, somewhere high-end? Rich people are cheap. And also, give me a bum, wino, crazy person.
I don't like wine.
No.
You don't like wine?
And
Oh,
it's
yeah,
not
you
like
don't
burping
wine.
up
don't
wine
like
in
wine.
the alley.
I mean,
but I'm talking about,
wine
like,
tastes fine, but it gives me a headache.
give me a handful of homeless
Cheap
regulars. I will take that over a bunch of rich people. Rich people,
I
generally
was
speaking.
homeless a couple of times at Clancy's.
So we were just reasoning.
No, but I mean, like, okay, like when I worked in Nashville, I had a lot of homeless regulars. Like my homeless regulars, like I had a whole tribe, and they were great. They got dollar PBRs, and they would like yell out in the street, "This is the best bar
See,
in
that's
town."
East Coast shit. Dollar PBRs is so East Coast.
Well,
Such an East Coast thing.
This was, well, I mean, this is Nashville.
No, Virginia too. We had a bar like that until
Yeah.
they upgraded and they
Yeah,
got rid of
and
that.
it's southeast.
Yeah.
I guess it's technically
Yeah.
southeast.
It's all the same.
But yeah, but I would rather have that than working in affluent bars. The only reason to work in an affluent bar is if you feel like you are in the mood for a rich boyfriend. So I worked in a couple of high-end bars, and every time I would just like pick a guy and be like,
That's the one.
he's kind of a drunk, he's divorced, like we'll date for like a little while and it'll be fun. I'm gonna get out of this bar because nobody tips beyond 20%.
I'm done.
But people like in our kind of tax bracket, they really do bond in bars, like dive bars, and they do pay really well, and they'll tip more, like $5 a drink when they have it, whereas like a rich person will do the 15% usually. It's pretty average for them. 18 is exorbitant, and 20 is like brava. And if they give you $100, it's like,
what do you want? What do you want?
They're just cooked out. They're acting crazy. They probably have a hooker with them, trying to show off. But when you have a hooker with you, why would you pay me? You've got somebody to pay already.
Brent,
so
why would you do that? All the times you've done it.
High volume bars are good for money too. Any bartenders out there?
When I brought the hookers to Clancy's, I
there were plenty of hookers at Clancy's.
There were plenty of hookers.
Wait, where the hell were they?
I saw them.
Oh my goodness. Well, they were all with BMW. They were all with BMW. He always had some teenage, underage hooker.
BMW. Is that what you call Brent? Or
BMW? Somebody who drove.
It's a regular there. You could infer that, yes. BMW? Well, I'll tell you.
Oh, I know what it is.
He drove it blacked out like every day.
Tell me
I know
later.
exactly what it is, and I know what color it is. I'm not gonna say, but I know who you're talking about.
Tell me later.
Okay,
the same color as he is.
I'll tell you later.
Tell me later.
So that means
I
it's
figured
either
it
black
out.
or white.
I figured it out.
Or he has a weird, like,
brown?
mixed
In between,
BMW.
kind of like this color.
Oh, you mean the blue guy that came there all the time?
That sounds like Watchmen.
The blue guy with the sunroof on top of his head?
A god walks into a bar. Watchmen, we're out here.
Yeah, he used to like get out of his car and like just fall out of the side with his pants down and his like dick and balls out and just be like yo, I don't think you should be driving.
That's how homeboy showed up to the bar every day.
Yeah.
It was just like this.
Yeah, it was funny. I would take his keys and he would have a spare set of keys and go run out the side and like go drive his car with like the door open. Like, I mean,
you gotta love when people are like eager for their demise. You gotta love it.
But that bitch will outlive us all.
He will.
He's not gonna die.
No,
he's not gonna die.
He absolutely
He's gonna kill a family of 4.
Yep.
Yeah, I talk about
4.
him and
those numbers are low. You gotta pump those up a
right,
little bit.
right. A school
I know
bus
what you're
of
talking
children,
about. Right.
Disabled children.
There you
Those
go.
are
Yeah.
numbers in this
We're not even like a school bus of children with cleft palates on their way to get corrective surgery.
Absolutely.
Like all the potential in the world.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
That's what I'm.
And he'll escape without a scratch.
Absolutely. And he'll escape without being caught somehow. He'll
Like
show up and tell the stories.
Holding this bottle of vodka, like, of course he will.
Right.
Like, it's gonna go down tonight.
Go.
Glug, 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 glug. My spinach.
So, Auriane, question for you.
Okay.
How long have you been writing?
Since like the 4th grade.
Okay. So we got that in common.
Professionally.
Well, I was taught in preschool. I don't know what took me so long.
That's a fair point.
It took me a while.
I know what you mean.
It was a slow burn for me.
I know what you mean because I started rapping in 4th grade.
Yeah.
Like that's when I actually started to like put it together differently. You know what I mean? Actual like stories.
4th grade is when you know what? I don't even know. I'm sure I was writing, but what I remember is that my teacher, Mrs. Taylor, wrote in my yearbook because I was like, I wasn't popular. I was like.
Really?
Oh yeah. I was cool though. I wasn't cool with other kids, but I was a pretty cool kid because I was
don't
just
have
like,
the attitude of a popular kid.
Right. Because I grew up.
You were probably still attractive as
No.
as a kid or teenager, right? But like
No.
But
No, I got
But
hot.
once
No,
you
I
open
got
your
hot.
mouth.
I got hot in the 7th grade because somebody like sat me down and was like, "You're a mess." But like straight up, like, and this is also just bad parenting. So like, Mom, if you're listening to this, what are you doing? Get a life, and also get out of here because I'm gonna say it. But she would, I just asked my mom, I was like, why are there no pictures of me? There's like four pictures of me total that I've seen from like childhood.
Yikes.
And like 2 of those are like when I just came out, like I was still in the muck. You know what I mean? Like. And that there's probably like 7 total, and I was like,
that's the worst time to film your child, honestly.
well, but apparently that was the best looking I ever got.
Like you do it for posterity, but that's the worst the
Yeah.
child will ever look.
Yeah.
Should have never sipped that. It almost came through my nose. It was close. It was
I was
close.
just talking about that today.
That would have burned. That would have burned so bad. I was
See,
nervous.
she's spilling alcohol on her tits. Your alcohol's
almost
coming
did.
out of your nose.
I
I'm
almost
afraid
did.
to figure out
I
where my
prefer
alcohol's
them,
going to come from.
Brett, please be respectful. I prefer that you call them my titties.
That's right.
Titties.
That's right. Why would you be this way?
Excuse me, pinkies up.
Yes,
Good
pinkies up.
titties.
Anyway,
Fun
I
stuff.
asked my mom, why are there no pictures of me? And she's like, oh, you were such a dear child. We worried about you, but you were just so homely.
Jesus.
Which, like, you know, kids are messed up looking. That's like something that you go through as a kid. It's called being a kid. But I was a mess. So I didn't have a lot of friends, but I read all the time. And I'm sure I was writing because I had a teacher who really liked me.
Yeah.
It was the year that Bill Clinton won the election, and Maya Angelou did the
actual
93.
inaugurations. Yeah.
she did the inauguration poem. And what was it called? Anybody know? I just remember that I learned the word mastodon.
And I Rise.
Is that what it
Still
was?
I Rise.
I think that's
Still I Rise. I think it's Still I Rise.
Yeah.
Yeah. So we had to learn that poem, and I was into it. I was like, this is what we're doing. Mrs. Taylor was cool. Mrs. Taylor, this was also the year that Nelson Mandela got out of prison. That was a big deal for us. Miss Taylor would like come into like, she's a black woman. She would come in like a dashiki, and she would like teach us. And so we like watched everything about Nelson Mandela. It was a lot for like a fourth grader. And it was really cool.
Well, that's dope, though.
But like she would catch me all the time.
So like, were you very close to like wearing a daishiki and your hair being in that? Like, were you very close to like starting a revolution just because of Miss Taylor?
No. But I liked that she taught us things that like
they didn't teach me in Virginia.
they weren't teaching. It wasn't. None of it was in the
Never even
textbook.
heard of
And she
Nelson
also
Mandela
made us like
till I
sing
became an
songs
adult.
about how much like I love myself. I love everything that I do, and like she just had all this cute stuff. A lot of kids hated her. Because it wasn't like easy. She wasn't an easy teacher, but she wrote in my yearbook, she's like, dedicate your first book to me. And I was just like, you see me. And yeah.
Yo,
so I say since the fourth grade. I don't know if I was actually writing then. I'm sure I was if she wrote that.
Where did your writing? So you have a couple books now. Where did your writing take you? Was it poetry? Was it songs? Was it
Poetry when I was young. Because I was angsty like any kid is.
Same.
And again, not a great house to grow up in. Not the worst, by all means. Like I'm here, I'm solid. So thanks for not killing me. But
She is solid, Brent. Did you see her
I'm
on
glad
the
you
floor
said
way?
that, not me.
No, I saw it. Yeah, but I meant it differently than you would have.
I mean, I thought it when I first saw her.
I
was
did too.
like,
I saw it. She walked by. I was like,
Yo,
it's Auriane. She's
we're in
here.
solid.
She's not
Every
behind
time
the bar.
I hear Solid as a Rock, it just reminds me of Arrested Development.
The show with
Yes.
Jason Bateman.
Yes.
I never got into that show.
There was a story where they were trying to rebuild the family company's image because there were talk that they had done some stuff with Saddam Hussein, and they're like,
Saddam Hussein low key was kind of hot when he was in court though.
and they're like, our houses are solid as Iraq,
You're the best.
and it's all I could hear every time they say.
Yeah, like stuck between Iraq and a hard place. What's that from?
So
Another TV show.
I need you to stop being so calm because I took you away from the mic and you're very quiet now, and you're super. For some reason,
I'm super loud.
no, the two of you being so calm is like.
Making you.
No, y'all are both
We're canceling
very
each-
calm.
our
It's
loudness is
weird.
canceling
No,
each
no.
other
I think
out.
her energy is affecting your energy because you're actually quiet today. Like I'm looking at these. This is you. Look,
I'm in interview mode.
this is
I
me.
think.
No, I know, but it's weird because you're loud.
Why don't you move the microphone closer to him?
Because then he'll get loud.
I will.
Why
I
don't
will
you just
probably,
move it like 4 inches?
Because then you'll disappear.
Are
You're
you
doing the
saying
same thing
I
he's
should
doing.
speak up a little bit more?
Yeah, look how much better that was.
Okay.
See, because like I'm in between, but you know, whatever. No
Okay,
big, no
okay,
big. Yeah.
good.
I just want to put
Okay.
that out there.
No,
No,
that's good.
Also,
Good
my
to know.
ears are extremely hot, so I'm not actually in
do
the
you-
headphones. I'm just
Yeah.
watching waves.
I know,
now.
because it's like
I'm so hot.
my ears get hot
I'm
too.
so hot.
Only my right one.
Don't
What
ever
does that
believe
mean?
that, Trey. Don't ever believe that.
'Kay.
So you're writing.
I want to play this so
Where
bad.
did it take?
Poetry when I was young, because I honestly think too, like I'm like obviously pretty speedy, like I'm hyperactive and I like to get things done. It's the same way I paint. I like paints that dry fast. Like I like to move, be like working on 5 things at once. So
Yeah.
poetry in the beginning, I still have some poems from like middle school, high school, and college.
Are
And
they
it's-
still any good? Do they hold up?
I don't understand poetry. So I like them, and I think they're an interesting
I'd
dive
like to see 'em.
into the psyche of a young woman.
Yes.
But
mhm.
I honestly, like, I read poetry and I like poetry, but I don't understand what is, like, technically good and technically bad about poetry. I can, like, I mean, if you, like, wrote some sing-songy thing that's stupid, like, I'm not even going to talk about it because I can't remember exactly.
Realistically, anybody who tells you that there's a technique to poetry or there's a technical
There's no technique to
aspect,
art.
it's art. That's
Art in
the
general
thing.
is- there's no technique.
Yeah,
Whatever moves
but
you.
it's a studied art, and it's very old, and there are, like, you know, I am a pentameter, and there's, I was like,
pentameter.
pentameter.
Yeah.
I said it like that. Again, that's not my world. When I was in school, I was just kind of like, blah, blah, blah. Get me out of this class. This is so boring. I want to write what I want to write. I didn't do well in my writing courses. I had a lot of criticism and like, what are you even doing in this class? And it was just like, I don't know. What am I even doing in this class? So I don't have a very formal foundation for writing.
It's right here. It's the same bottle.
Hey.
Look at me being like Miguel right now. That's so awesome. Oh, man.
Oh, Miguel's still around?
We're connected. Miguel, look. It's me, bro.
Miguel, his hair doesn't look very good.
Yeah, but the girls around him look great.
Isn't he gay?
No.
You'd hit up the albino chick?
Yeah. I think so. Maybe not. But here's the thing. His girlfriend is fucking incredibly sexy. I think it might be his wife now.
He has a girlfriend, so he is straight.
Yeah,
I thought he
she's
was gay.
super fine.
Who's his girlfriend?
I cannot remember her name. I used to follow her on like MySpace. Like it was way back.
She like a model or something?
Yeah, she's a model. She's super fine. Aside from that, how do we even get here? There was a point to this.
Oh, I don't know. I don't know.
You went on one of your Trey side missions.
Well, it's because
we were talking about Miguel.
Miguel was doing stuff.
Yes.
And then Travis Scott's doing stuff. He's
the
like,
biggest reason I started writing was basically Miguel.
There you go. And that was for me too.
That makes sense.
That was me too.
Why I get up in the morning.
I wrote an essay on how.
Shout outs to Miguel.
He's gonna
Miguel.
do that. To Miguel.
Cheers.
To Miguel.
There we go. Hey, there
Miguel.
it is. Chap it. Oh my God.
Cheers,
The
with
glass.
an empty
The glass.
To
is
Miguel.
killing it. His girlfriend's not in this video. Her name's like Nasir or something. She's
It's a what?
Miguel,
Nasir,
the official rapper of the
Nasir.
How Do We Even Get
something like that. I don't
So
know.
is Miguel the official rapper of the How Do We Even Get Here podcast?
Okay, first off, he's not a rapper.
No.
Official singer
he's
of
an
the How Do
R&B
We Even Get Here.
artist.
Second, don't disrespect me. I'll slap shit
Of
out
the
of
How Do
you.
We Even
Don't
Get
do
Here
that.
podcast.
And
You're
Brent,
retired.
I crushed your drink.
I crushed my drink. I'm gonna get some of that strawberry juice.
Hey, I got some peach right here if you want.
Oh yeah, peach will do.
Peach is right here. It's delicious too. I don't know if you had any, but
What's
it's quite
that
good.
scary movie where the guy's like, "Hey,
How much?
peach."
Tell me when.
A lot.
Tell me when.
That's good.
Okay.
I need a lot of mixer and a
Yeah.
little vodka because
Yeah.
we're trying to go for.
I don't remember the scary movie, but I do remember Face Off when Nick Cage.
Oh, that's my shit.
When
That's
Nick Cage
it.
was
That's
like,
it. That's not a scary movie.
I
It's
could
just
eat
scary because it's
I could eat a peach for hours.
for hours.
He was
One
eating that peach for
time,
hours.
okay, this is like
Say it again.
TMI, but one
could eat
time
that
I was
peach
dating
for
this guy.
hours.
He blew it, you guys. I couldn't ever see him again after this.
I know
So
what she's about to say.
He ate a peach for hours.
I know what he's.
no, you guys, no, this was so
She doesn't
bad.
like that. She doesn't
So
like that.
okay,
She
he
told me.
had like a really crazy accent. Like he had a lot of different nationalities happening. So he kind of like, and I'm really bad at accents, so I'm not gonna.
Please
do
give
the
it to
Go,
us.
please.
No,
What did he
can't.
sound like?
Well,
Well,
Oriane?
he was like kind of.
Oriane, real quick, what did he sound like?
From New Zealand. Well, let me get to like I have to think about it because it's hard. I'm not good at accents, but
That's
some
what
of them
she
I
said,
am.
by the way.
So he was like from New
Oh
Zealand.
my God! I'll drop the microphone.
You're the worst.
I know.
It's just pathetic.
I know. Oh God.
Did that record? That
Still
was
wasn't as loud as his the first one. That shit was so loud.
Yeah.
So anyway, I went out with this guy. Whatever, it's going well. I don't need to tell that part of the story.
No, we need it. That's the
we
part
end
we need.
up we end up back at his place.
Cole, we
like
need
the
it.
next date, whatever, and he's going down on me and he's talking so much. You guys, he's like whispering in French in my ear and like, listen, my name is Auriane de Rudder, but I don't speak French. Yes?
If he's going down on you,
How is he talking in your ear?
He's
too.
all over
Me
me.
too. Me
He's
too.
all over
Me too. Me
He's
too.
not just exclusively going down on me. We're having full on sex. There's
Wait,
a lot
but
of
once
things
you
I
going
was
on.
gonna say, what
He's
yoga
here, he's
position
here,
were you
we're here,
in?
We're here.
But once
Like,
you go down,
I'm
aren't you
not
supposed to
lazy.
be like there?
No.
just-
No. He's not whispering French into my pussy. That's what I'm saying. But I'm saying
If
like,
he had, he'd
while
probably still be around.
Parlez-vous français? Oui.
no, and it was so weird. He would like say my name all slow in a French accent, and I'm like, what is going on right now? He's so.
Auriane de Rudder.
He was like drunk and stoned, and like, also we were in this beach house, and like he was like, it's so rustic, and I'm like,
Yes.
this looks like a 75-year-old gay couple decorated a beach house in the 70s. Like on the bathroom, there was like a sign that said like, for buoys and gulls.
Yes.
Like, because it's a
Yes.
beach house, like a
Oh.
buoy and a seagull. And I'm
Buoys
like,
and
oh,
gulls.
it's so rustic. I was like, what is going on?
That's the bathrooms at a shitty seafood restaurant chain.
Yeah, or like a nice seafood restaurant, but that looks like it's like on a captain's boat theme,
Mm-hmm.
and like people like to go there when they're like elderly and be like, oh, we always go to the captain's deck because it's got great surf and turf. Like, right. So this guy, anyway, he's like saying all these things to me. He's like whispering in French, and it's like, dude, chill. Like, just shut up. And then he's going down on me, and he says to me, he like pops his head up, and he's like, in his accent, it was like, it's like, I could eat at the sushi bar all night. The sushi bar?
In a French accent?
I don't know what kind of accent. It was like all over. It was like Austrian, New Zealand.
I could eat at the sushi bar all night.
No. He wasn't like Sebastian the Crab.
He said, this is pussy. This is not wee wee.
You're so stupid. He wasn't French, but he did whisper to me in French.
Why?
Anyway,
why would you do that if you're not French?
I looked at him, and he looked at me like
awkward.
we're like, and I'm like, and he's like, am I talking too much? And I'm like, yeah.
You would be the person to say
Yeah.
Yeah,
Which,
stop.
if I tell you you're talking too much.
Actually, I've heard that a lot when women talk about.
When they talk to you.
No, not about
Yeah,
me.
no, talk right to the camera.
In their experiences,
directly
it's
to
like,
the camera.
Just shut up and fuck me. Yeah, you did that to yourself.
I did.
I hope that hurt.
It did.
I hope it hurt.
You see it as loud.
I hope it hurt.
You're so loud.
I hope that hurt. But yes, I have heard women talk about their experiences and said, just shut up and fuck me.
Yeah, that's because what you're saying is dumb.
Yeah, I've never heard that.
It's okay. It's not just guys. We all say dumb things.
I never say dumb things in that moment. I don't feel like I do that
you
because
do.
I've never heard that. I've never heard that. I swear to God.
Because
what
nobody
dumb
told
thing did he
you.
say
I'm
to
telling
you?
you right now.
What dumb thing did he say to you?
What did
Take
he
it
say
easy.
to me?
Yeah, what dumb
He just told me right now that he never says dumb things.
I
during
didn't.
sex. Then you don't talk to. Okay.
I don't say
Also,
crazy
another
shit.
thing that guys do
I know that girl, by the way.
when they're talking dirty, especially if it's phone sex, they always accidentally say what they want you to do to them to you. So they accidentally say something super gay, like, I want to suck your dick. And I'm like,
Nope.
Excuse me?
Nope.
And then I can't
You sure
help.
you sure it's an accident?
Right.
Well,
Right.
I mean, you are kind of tall. You sure it's
I
an
am
accident?
tall.
They don't.
Well, that's a good point.
It's not a good point.
No, but like it's happened every time I've had phone sex with somebody.
How often has this happened? I know, right?
That's for you.
It's okay. That wasn't that bad. 'Cause they were
'cause I
soft
didn't
little
go
claps.
hard,
I know,
yeah.
they're soft claps.
Because she's actually thinking about it.
I know.
wasn't thinking about it.
Right.
No, you definitely
Yours
weren't thinking
is
about it.
Pure foolery.
Why the
It's
baby
okay.
keep popping up? I've seen him like 14 times. The baby.
Because of the shit that you watch.
This dude is Brent's height.
That's why his
Probably.
name is DaBaby.
That's true.
Like if his name was DeGiant, we'd be like.
Brent, what would your rapper name be? The Big Baby?
They'd probably still be surreal.
Oh, come on, man. You gotta do better than that.
That was my poetry name, surreal.
Well, it's not getting it done. I'm not buying
What's
it.
wrong with that?
The Big Baby is better.
Why?
No, I don't like that. I like surreal.
I
better.
think you should walk around with a pacifier.
I think you should walk around with a pacifier just generally, but like all of us, like just generally.
With
Just
weed
be like,
in it, though. It should be like a weed pacifier.
I think you just like when you have something to say that's nasty, like you just look at somebody and you're like,
Pull it out.
no, just put it in.
Oh,
Like,
put it in. Wait. So you...
Yeah, like
Oui,
plug it up,
oui.
like
The
look at
sushi
somebody
bar
and be
all
like,
night.
It's funny. We're having this conversation like we didn't all walk around with ring pops when we were kids,
dude,
which were
or-
basically pacifiers.
Okay,
Younger than you.
literal pacifier necklaces.
shut up.
with
I didn't.
jam.
I didn't.
Ring pops.
Did not.
Ring pops are still around. They've
Ring
always
pops
been around.
You're like
Ring pops were the
you
shit.
had a bad childhood.
Clearly.
Great childhood.
You
Ring
never
pops
got
were the
engaged
shit.
to with a ring pop.
No.
The shits.
Well,
I've had ring pops. I'm not saying I didn't
Cherry,
have them. I'm just saying I
Cherry
didn't
was
have
always
them.
the one you went with because it was big and red.
No.
I had all different flavors. I used to use
Well,
ring
no, for the
pops.
engagement, for the.
Oh, gotcha. I never went through with it. I never said yes, but I took the ring pop. I was like, I'll think about it.
Fuck that. Give me back my ring
When you
pop.
think about it, you can't have the ring back. I ate it.
You have a drawer full of ring pops now.
No, I ate right here.
Is this not the worst hair you've ever seen, by the way?
Stop talking about it.
No, it's fake, first off, but this
Oh,
is
he
not
had
the
it
wor-
like
Yeah,
the
that's
white
transplant.
guy or the black guy?
No, black guy.
I was gonna say,
Yeah,
this looks
so
like
he
his
had
head
it.
is
It's
weird.
not a transplant. It's when you get it tattooed on.
No.
I went on a
That-
date with a guy who was
wait.
like tattooing melons
Damn
to
it,
like
this stick.
practice that. And like I went to
What?
his house and he had all these melons with like
Oh,
hairlines on them. He's like, yeah, I'm gonna make some money doing that. I'm like, what's going on?
Okay, well, this is the... I like
I
seeing
mean,
them dance
you
around.
you can fucking look at LeBron James.
Don't do that.
Somebody had to do it for him.
He's
Oh,
the
he got
greatest.
it.
Don't do that.
You know,
Yes, with the worst hairline.
oh, does he have a bad hairline?
He was going bald and he had to have it stitched in, and I think now he's starting to go
Aw.
bald again because his stitcher couldn't get into the NBA bubble to touch it up for him.
They're not in the
I
bubble
mean,
anymore.
I do kind of feel bad for guys that go bald because you can't control it.
The fuck? Hey! Everybody relax. Calm down. I feel
Now
attacked.
do you
Are
know
you
how
bald?
it feels
Did
when
you lose your hair?
Yeah.
But you look good bald.
Thank you.
Yeah, it works for you. If
Thank you
I
so
went
much.
bald,
You look
I'm
amazing.
surprised you haven't yet.
That's very rude. Don't.
No.
Tituba, don't put that on
No,
me.
no.
Get his ass.
Don't do
Get
No,
that.
his
I'm
ass.
surprised. I'm surprised you didn't just buzz cut it
buzz
off
cut
like
my
just
hair.
as
You're
a
trying to Britney
statement
Spears you right
in
now.
a
You
in
love
a
Britney, right?
in a
Yeah,
statement
but Britney
of.
didn't do that because she was at her fiercest. Britney did that because she was at a low point. That was not fair.
Didn't
Yeah.
she? That's what he was trying to say about you. But didn't
No,
she?
I was
That's
trying.
exactly what he was
No,
saying.
I was trying
That's
to
what
say
he was
she's
saying.
gonna
Give me an
roll
umbrella?
out there with a buzz cut and just headbutt people like a soccer.
Get the fuck
hooligan.
out of here. That's not what you were saying.
No, I wouldn't cut my hair because I look really ugly with short hair.
No. Here's the thing.
I do. It's
No.
really bad.
I've seen it
I'm
on your
like-
Instagram when you did all those videos where you were like 18,000 different people with different haircuts and shit.
Yeah, but they also change your face. It's like they
Do
just
they?
swap part of your face in. So like my jawline was different, my ears were different. Short hair doesn't work for me.
Sorry.
Also, short hair is a bitch. You
Stop
gotta,
choking.
Do it.
Fuck is your problem?
Listen to the guest, please, and thank you.
Okay. Something about a bitch. I don't know.
Oh, short hair sucks.
There we go.
It's harder when you have short hair. You have to style it.
That's
you
true.
gotta like blow
That's
it
true.
out. You can't just wake up. Also, if you have bangs, you wake up like I don't have a lot of long-term romantic partners that will forgive me waking up looking crazier than hell. So when you have bangs
No.
and you wake up and your hair is like up this high, and I'm like, I gotta get out of here.
But don't women keep saying that short hair is quote unquote easier?
I don't know. Those
not.
women have babies, and babies grab your hair and pull on it when you like when they're like.
Do anything.
Yeah, that's what
And they're
babies are
strong
like.
as fuck.
They just love to grab stuff.
Yeah.
So like.
Like
So,
like
yeah.
his hair.
If I had long hair and I had an infant, I'm
Ooh.
sure I would cut it or I would like pull it back, but
That black dude's
or
shorts
shave
are
my head
ridiculous.
because I had a baby and I was losing my ever loving mind.
Ever loving mind. Do you want a baby?
No, not one that I make myself.
Okay. Do you want a baby?
Hell no.
Okay.
What about you?
I'm still I'm on the fence.
I feel like I have 6.
I no.
Probably.
I have 0.
I don't have any kids I don't know about. I'm pretty proud of that.
Well,
You know what I mean?
See, that
Like,
could've gone either
I've been
way for you.
around, and yeah, it could have gone either way.
How could that have gone either way for her? She's the female. Okay. All
I
right.
stay drunk.
Got it. But you. Okay. All right.
I could have tossed one in
you've
an
never-
alley, left one at a church. Forgot about it.
You've never seen one of those
Wait,
I didn't know I was
fluctuates.
pregnant documentaries on
Yeah, that
A&E
happens.
or
Right,
whatever the fuck?
plop. That happened to me.
But-
I don't want to talk about that story. That's a tragic story.
Let my man.
How-
Oh, 8 spins.
How many
Impressive.
books have you written?
3 so
Name 'em.
far. Well, okay.
In order.
So the first book that I
What's
wrote.
your favorite? I want all those answers. 3 in order and your favorite.
Okay, in order, the first book is called Rebound. That is a sex and dating memoir, or it's disguised as a sex and dating memoir, but it's really about the prevalence of alcoholism in young women. But it's all funny, upbeat stories with kind of a moral conscience. And then the second book is How to Kill Your Chihuahua, which is a grief book about my dog dying, although it really is just a book of rhyming couplets that me and my best friend, Brooklyn artist Jessie Cooley, and I made. It's pretty funny, it's really weird, and it's pretty sick. I love it. I love that one.
I remember when you were promoting that one.
Yeah. That one I'm not legally allowed to advertise on most like book selling websites because there's 2 rhyming couplets in it. There's one, I don't remember the second one, but the first one is like roses are red, Trump is a goober, you'll get run over by someone driving an Uber.
I was
If we
going to
just
say
went-
Brent driving an Uber. That's what I was thinking.
How's
the
that?
political reference got me flagged, which is like so ridiculous.
You can buy Mein
'cause
Kampf on Amazon. Like,
I'm
what the
like
fuck?
this thick. Well, also my first book got flagged on Amazon because I did the cover art for it. It's just a picture of me sitting in a bathtub chugging wine with a bottle of Xanax and a bottle of Fireball behind me.
Mm-hmm.
The book's
Okay.
called
Flagged
Rebound.
the
It's
shit
about
out of that.
substance abuse.
Yeah.
There's nothing like there's no nudity. It's like I'm in a dress. It's whatever. But yeah, they flagged that and shut it down really quick. And they were like, this promotes alcoholism. This promotes like behaviors that we can't abide by. And I'm like, Jeff Bezos, eat my dick. But
Amazon.
yeah.
So
Amazon
the
brand.
book world is a lot like the
Rap
the
world.
video, like the video
America
creation,
is just very much so about
like the
censorship.
YouTube world. The world in general, where it's like, but only for people who aren't in the upper echelon already.
I don't know yet because I'm not yet in the upper echelon, but I will let you know. I will keep you posted on
Well,
that.
no, because you see other people do the same stuff or worse, quote
Yeah.
unquote worse,
Yeah.
that have a platform and a
Yeah,
and
well,
the
I do
machine
think.
behind them.
Yeah, I do think everything's about money. Everything is
Yeah.
about what kind of money you're generating for the platform you're using. But, you know, I also don't really care. It's still available for me to print that cover and sell it myself. And I also think it's just like, I don't know, I don't get too upset about any, like, what would be the word? Any problems I encounter when it comes to publishing my own work. Like, there's going to be problems. It's fine. It's a learning process. It doesn't have to be perfect. I did teach myself that a long time ago because I thought everything had to be perfect before I could put it out. Yeah. What's your sign?
Leo, Cancer. I'm on that line.
Okay, because I'm a Virgo and we're supposed to be like perfectionists, but I'm also just hyper, so I just be like.
Yo, I'm such a perfectionist. Like, for the longest time, I thought like every song I put out had to be better than the last song I put out, which was extremely difficult because I put out some really dope songs.
And also,
I was
it's not realistic because
not.
They don't even have to be better. They just have to be. They have to be whatever you're feeling at the time.
Comparative to, you know what I'm saying? Because everything's subjective. So like, just because I think "Poison" by Belle Biv DeVoe is better than, I don't know, Usher "Let It Burn" or something, right? Like, it doesn't mean that the next song is bad.
Anything else that Belle Biv DeVoe did and what each of them feel individually is their best work.
Because it's all subjective. Like, your favorite song versus my favorite song versus Brent's favorite song is gonna be completely different. But in your head, you're like, this is just not it, you know. And I did that for so many years, man. I had like a 4-year stretch where I just wouldn't put music out because I was like, it's not up to par. Like, it's just not that. I can't do it. And then one day I was just like, fuck it.
Being prolific is more important than being perfect.
Yeah, I agree. I completely agree.
And also, you can find something in between. So, and then the third book is called, that's the new one, that's called Not Literary. I think my personal favorite is How to Kill Your Chihuahua. I think it's the least marketable. I think it's the most vulnerable. And I think it's brilliant in like its own really, really weird way. It's really weird and it's cute. And it always makes me cry. Like reading the story of the dog, and I know it's a dog dying, which I always make fun of people that like paint pictures of clouds or write about dogs. Like, I wasn't trying to write Marley and Me. It's actually it's a diss story about Clancy's, if anything. I talk
from you.
I talk harder shit on that than I did on here today.
That can't be right.
No, doesn't track.
Is this Eddie?
It's not on brand.
I mean, I diss Clancy's pretty hard, but you know, Clancy's earned it.
They did.
And also, I wanted to say, in passing, before we move on to our next subject, the staff at Clancy's is all really phenomenal. People that have worked there, I have nothing nasty to say about. It is strictly the bar. I think that this is a good.
Yes,
it's a good song.
it.
Or it's not a good song; it's a good bad song. But yeah, I think the
it's
people
a
that
good
work there are
bad
cool.
music video too.
Legendary.
With just Rick James's thumbs up. And
My girl likes to party.
Have you seen the Rick James interview? I'll send it to you guys because I just watched a Rick James interview recently that was so beautiful, and he was so level-headed, and he was clearly like he was always pretty high, and he was so articulate and on it. And he was like, I think he was in his mother's house at the time that he bought for her, and it was just the most gaudy, beautiful thing. He's like, yeah, that's why I bought this house for my mother. Like, he was great. I'll send you guys. Yeah, I wish we could like show it for a minute right now.
I wish Brent had grown up with this hairstyle. Not Eddie's, but everybody else's in the video.
No,
like,
Rick James, the blonde.
Rick James looks ridiculous in this video.
Here's the thing. If I had my way at 9 years old, my hair probably would have turned out like Rick James's because I wanted long hair like Shawn Michaels, and it probably would have turned out like Rick James's.
I can see that.
I don't know who Shawn Michaels is.
Professional wrestler.
Yeah.
He had a fierce mullet in the 90s.
Okay.
And I wanted it. I super wanted it for no reason whatsoever.
I can make that happen with like an app.
Well, see, my mom was a hairstylist, and she was like, no. You're gonna, yeah.
I was ready.
This is as quick as you can do it. You gotta cut it off. 3 seconds.
Yeah.
2 seconds.
If that.
They're not gonna flag that. There's no way they're gonna know what that is.
If that.
So what? We can do it one more time. Ready? Tell me when. Here we go.
I wouldn't do it.
No, it's good. It's good. I got this. Trust me. I know stuff. Here we go.
Oh,
that was it.
Oh, they won't let. Okay, well, I have a. You can just slow it down.
He's not gonna do that.
But you can just take music, go onto like a simple app,
slow
like a video.
it down.
No, you slow it down by like 0.1.
Like a half a second.
Not a half a second. Way less.
I've done that in different videos before and still gotten flagged for using the content in the first place. So it's very tricky with you. And actually that whole system
YouTube gets you pretty fast.
That whole system of trying to deal with YouTube has stopped me from creating a lot of videos I wanted to create.
It's so dumb, right?
Because I would spend weeks, months on it, edit the hell out of it. It would come out fantastic, and then as soon as I uploaded it, it would be like flagged, fuck you, flag, copyright stricken. It's not available in all countries. Not available in this country. It's like but it's fair use, and YouTube. Let's not get into YouTube. Let's instead get into some of the things outside of writing that you've gotten into.
You want to talk about foot porn?
I didn't bring
Are you a foot guy?
I'm not actually.
He absolutely is.
It's strange because you kind of strike me as a foot guy.
Me too.
You're a little outgoing for a foot guy.
Feet.
It's okay. There's not. I love foot guys.
He loves it.
I don't kink shame at all. Feet don't affect me one way or the other. I can take them or leave them.
So, as you guys know, there was this pandemic, and I fell into the same category as a lot of people in that I worked in the service industry, and on May 13th I went to work, and on May 14th I had lost both of my jobs. I don't make a lot of money on paper, so my unemployment options were very limited. And also, as a lot of you can probably relate to, unemployment was delayed and very tricky to get my hands on, and I had just quit about a year prior. I had just quit a bar where I was making a lot of money, but I was being abused and was witnessing a lot of abuse to other.
Auriane?
It's called Blancy's. It's in Long Beach, California. Anyway, and my money was really down. So I had a lot of savings, and I had burned through a lot of that. I went and worked at another bar where it was a very similar situation. I had a really nasty boss and it was short-lived. It was short-lived because the only reason I stayed as long as I did is when I was like, this isn't going to work. It was almost the holidays. It's almost impossible to gain work during the holidays because everything slows down. December and January are the worst bar months, especially here. So I was just kind of stuck, and I had just gotten 2 positions that I felt good about. I wasn't making as much money. One was lucrative, the other was not, but like I wasn't being treated poorly. I was enjoying myself. I was making new friends. Things were going well. And then the pandemic happened, and because of how things worked, and I was a fill-in at both of these new jobs, it looked like I worked like 8 hours a week. So my unemployment was like cripplingly low. They were like, oh, you didn't even work. They skipped looking at Blancy's. So they didn't Blancy's. You know, it's right next door to Clancy's. Totally different ownership. Real cunts there. Yeah. Buns, not cunts. Yeah.
Allegedly real bars.
Allegedly, yeah.
Bars.
Right. Anyway, it was just, I really freaked out. I'm very practical with money. I always save money, and I felt like I was finally like starting to go up, and then this happened. And I'm sure a lot of people can tell a story that's much worse. But so for me, a long time ago, there was a lot of interest throughout my life. When I was a teenager, when I was in my 20s, probably 10 to 15 times, I've had guys notice that I have really big feet and offer me money in bars and nightclubs. Not even where I'm working, just when I'm out. Because when I'm working, I'm in tennis shoes behind the bar. You can't even see my feet. Right. When I was out, I'm always in a pair of heels, whatever. And
I never even knew you had feet.
You didn't even know I had a lower half.
I was
a floating torso.
I'm literally about to say that.
Not true.
Dude, I say that to people when I see them in the grocery store. I'm like, yeah, I have a bottom half. It's me. You remember me. This used to be me.
Time out. I knew she had a bottom half. I'm tall. I saw it. I was not thrown off when she walked in my home today. I was like, nope, seen that before. Yep, no.
Are you discriminating against me just because I had to climb up on the bar stools and my feet?
I absolutely am.
I think he's talking about my butt, you guys.
I am talking about my butt.
Big during quarantine.
It did.
I've been sitting on it.
I'm still black and I love it. Is that racist?
I like my butt
to
now
black
too.
people?
It's the only part of me that got better. The rest of me is like, girl.
I didn't have any.
Listen,
I didn't have any offense to anything.
NXT with that.
My God. Again, you won't know who he's talking about.
With them cakes,
we talked about this, didn't we?
My white friend was like, "Oh, what happened to her?" I was like, "I'm I'm not mad at it.
She went through.
I'm not mad at it.
She went through life, and it was amazing.
I'm not mad at it.
It was incredible.
People do holler more at me now that I'm a little fatter.
When you say people, do you mean black men?
No, I mean like.
Thank you for stealing that.
I think that people
question
are
out of my
no.
mouth.
It's
Oh wait, I got
de colores. First of all,
There we go.
it's everybody, and I'm not saying like everybody hollers at me, but I think every woman that's listening to this is probably feeling the same thing. Like it's a modicum of like, oh, I gained some quarantine
Don't
weight,
say
so that's
modicum in it.
reassuring, but also like a little bit of fear because everyone's so horny. Like you walk down the street and guys are like out of their car window at you like a wolf with like a cartoon tongue, and I'm like, don't crash your car into me.
Brent,
What?
have you been this guy?
I mean,
horny?
for the last 36 years of my life, yes. Fuck does that have to? I don't.
It's not. I feel like
It wasn't
you in
quarantine for
danger,
you.
girl.
What kind of dudes do hit on you, color-wise?
Do you really want to know?
Yes.
Absolutely.
I have a really specific demographic, and I think it's a pretty cool demographic.
This is interesting. Let's see.
Nerds of color.
So Brent.
Actually,
Brent,
yeah.
We out here.
Nerds of color.
We out here.
Yeah. And you
do
know
we
what?
succeed?
Nerds of
No
color is
one of
fantastic.
any color or any social anything has really succeeded so far. I am
That-
single
that-
as the day is long, and I
that
have
tracks.
not met anybody that I have like swooned for really ever.
So
Nerds
you don't,
of color
you don't
is
have
my
a
favorite
particular
phrase
type that
ever.
you're attracted to?
Uh,
Male, female.
I prefer the person to be
Microphone.
dark complected, meaning.
So definitely not Brent, because he's light. He's like light skinned as shit.
No,
Hold on,
I
settle,
don't mean
settle
like-
this. How, am I light-skinned?
No,
Yes.
you're black.
Thank you.
He's not
I mean,
black.
compared to me, you're asking a white woman, and I am.
Right, that's
I'm
not
light
fair.
skinned
That's not
because I'm a
fair.
white person.
Us
You
together.
guys
look
are
at this.
not even. You're like a shade different.
Thank you.
A shade.
If you went out in the sun, we would see because I think both of you are probably shut-ins.
He's
We all
not
are. It's a
shut in.
pandemic. It's a pandemic. I
Oh.
use fake tanners, so.
Black Street. What song is this?
Oh,
No
it's,
diggity.
I hope it's
Hey,
no diggity. Yeah, of course.
it had
But
to be.
If it wasn't, I'd be
I would've
like,
been
what are
offended.
we even doing?
Yeah, me
What are
too,
we
me
even
too.
doing?
No,
Alright.
Black Street had a couple hits.
No, stop.
No.
No, stop. It's just this one.
With
Not to
Janet.
me.
Stop.
Not
It's
to
just
me.
With
this one.
Janet.
Stop. It's this one.
Poor Janet.
Poor
I
Janet.
Get Lonely.
She's so
The
great.
Black Street
God
remix
damn.
was dope.
Stop,
so
man.
lonely. Yeah, that's a good song.
I was young.
Thank you.
And I never heard that in my life.
But yeah, I prefer guys that have dark hair. I'm not here for like a towhead, i.e. a blonde. Blonde hair, blue eyes to me
Yeah,
just
I can do
screams
this,
like
'cause I
the guy
actually
that
have
held
hair.
the video camera with a whole date rape happen, and it's like, ooh.
Brent did that.
I did what?
No, don't say that.
Don't worry
I
about
did
it.
what?
Don't worry about it.
I'm sorry, I was sipping and what?
Here's the thing.
What did I do?
So
No, hold
this
on a
is
second.
number
That's
two.
number one.
Oh, that's number one.
That's number one because that's not even a real drink.
Oh, you're good.
Yeah, I'm
You're
good.
good. So it's time.
I'll tell you if I'm not good, and I'll be like, you guys, I'm gonna have to chill for like an hour.
You're fine. My home. Make yourself comfortable.
Thank you.
Just stay away from
Thank
Brent.
you.
That's all I'm saying.
I'm gonna get drunk, and I'm gonna be all over him.
Brent.
Open,
You want me to
open
switch?
the
Yeah.
bottle
You want to switch
Yeah.
spots?
Real quick. Let's get this going.
Glug, glug, glug.
Get this going.
You wouldn't even want it, trust me.
I don't.
It's like
know if
it
you've met
sounds
Brent.
fun. It won't be fun.
I want to watch.
Shit.
I'm so
Yeah,
curious what
we
that
should keep
means.
the camera rolling because it'll be like, ooh, train wreck.
It has a
And that
little
can
side.
go on our OnlyFans. See, that's...
Wait, okay, so question.
We don't have an OnlyFans.
We do
Brent
have
has
an
an
OnlyFans.
OnlyFans.
You
So
just refuse to
I don't
acknowledge
have an only. Well, I don't have an
don't
anything
have an
because
OnlyFans.
I stopped doing. Oh, we didn't even get to the.
Oh, yeah. So
We didn't
what
get to it.
platform were you on when you were...
I was on Chatterbait. So I built a website first, and I paid a little for that. Like I'm okay with investing money in like something I think might pay off.
I agree.
And I made X amount of videos and put them up there on sale. The problem with the website, number one, it doesn't endorse any kind of sex work, which is a whole new thing. If you know about Fosta Cessna, we can chat, find me, we can talk about it. It's total bullshit, but it makes it very difficult for you to promote any kind of sex work, which even just sharing pictures and videos of my feet with no one else in the scene and just my feet is considered sex work by like the classification system. And if you are doing that,
So
the
then-
website is liable for pornography charges now under this new act called Fosta Cessna.
But Chatterbait
Yes.
is primarily about the live interaction of women on cams,
Chatterbait
playing
is-
with themselves. And
Chatterbait
asking
is a
private,
porn
I mean,
site.
as far as I mean,
He sounds like he knows pretty well.
I-
Yeah, well,
you know,
Chatterbait
very
is a
well.
camming
Never
site.
heard of it.
So the cool thing about camming is you can do whatever you want, whenever you want. It is predominantly women performing sex acts. oddly, guys are really into like how big of a thing somebody can fit inside themselves and like whatever.
Is that a thing for you?
Not for me. No.
Me neither. I don't get.
But
a
it's
fuck
very
about that.
popular on there.
It doesn't do anything.
It's a very popular camming thing, like, and I have had a lot of guys on my foot site. So my ChatterBait site was just I don't remember what my handle was. I think it was like Charlotte's Pretty Feet or Char's Pretty Feet, however many characters they allowed me. That's my middle name.
Yes, I was gonna say. I remember you told me not to call you by your real name when I was like responding on some stuff. You're like, no, I'm Charlotte here. Remember that.
Well, I was also using that name at a bar that I worked.
That's what I was gonna say.
Which
That's
I
what you
just
told
thought
me.
it was, and also it's my middle name, and it's just because Auriane is hard for people, and it's also original, and like I wasn't ready to
Auriane
bridge.
is hard.
Oriane's hard and
creepy.
original.
Wait, if you're gonna be creepy, let me turn the mic towards you. Okay, do it again.
Oriane is hard.
Yeah.
That's why. What did we say? That's why guys are always like, I wanna suck your dick.
Listen,
I
the
don't
evidence
blame
is
you.
stacking up. You're tall. You just said you were hard.
How do we even get here? I don't want to be here. I hate it here. As a matter of fact, I want to get out of this completely. So
And
about your
foot
feet.
porn's cool. Foot porn was really cool. It was really fun. It was really like enriching. I met some really interesting people doing that, not face to face, but just on the internet.
Just foot to face.
I just would sit on ChatterBait with like the camera focused on my feet. If I were to do it again, I would go ahead and like do a full body.
Yeah.
Because I was wading into it. Pun. I was dipping a toe in the pool.
See what you did.
But I didn't know.
Oh yeah, that's the one.
Yeah, but that's not what they sound like. Yeah, I don't know what mine is.
Hey, that was pretty good actually. That sounds good.
Nice.
That sounds really good actually.
But yeah, I met some cool people,
Kinda
and
liked
like people are into all different kinds of things. Like one of my favorite guys on there, his name was like something fart sniffer, and he was into like fart.
That's his screen name.
Like,
That's so
was
crazy.
No,
But he was
not
from,
even a little.
I liked him because he was from East Coast. He was from Baltimore, where I grew up, and he also did sound work on movies. And he was a big horror movie fan. So we just basically talked about different horror movies that we liked. And I didn't do any, like, the whole time I had like a menu that would pop up. So ChatterBait gives you like these options. You can make little
Yeah, I've seen
pop-ups. And like my menu was like, for X amount of tokens, I'll try on my favorite shoes, or I'll like, there's different things. So like sometimes guys want to see something called like a dangle show. I learned all this stuff. So a dangle show is when you have like a high heel shoe on and you have it like kind of on your foot, and then you like dangle your foot for X amount of time until the shoe falls off. Most guys want to get a private chat for that.
Okay, wait. Okay, I have a question.
Mm-hmm.
Can you name some of this shit and we can try to guess what it is?
Oh, that's a good idea.
Okay.
Oh, yeah, cool.
Okay,
Cool.
All right. Bro, 1 second. This is gonna get us canceled. All right, that was all good.
that's for sure.
All right,
Name that
was it.
tune. Name that tune.
Name that tune,
was
motherfucker.
Spice
If you get it
Girls.
right,
It was Spice
Brent
Girls.
will send you a foot pic. All right, here we go.
Oh my
Oregon.
god, yeah. I'll send you one to send out to people, but we need to
Actually, my
need
feet
to-
are kind of jacked up, so
I'll
people
send a
probably
foot
look like
pic
that.
to anybody that puts. Do you guys have a Venmo or like a Cash App or something like that?
It's a real 469.
Okay, so we're gonna post that in
I hate you.
their podcast description.
It's not
and
podcast,
if
that's not
you
ours.
if
That's
you
his.
text in, what do they need to text in?
Auriane de Rudder.
No. What should we have? We'll think of a contest.
Char's feet.
No, they need to there needs to be a
Brent's
contest. I'm not
Crush
just gonna
Sprite.
give them a $40 foot pick for free.
Ring light.
$40?
It depends on who you ask.
Drinks that go clean.
All right, so let's get into some of these.
All right, turn
I'm
it
ready.
on.
I'm
Turn it
ready.
on.
I
Let's
got
go.
this.
Let's go.
I'm
Let's
so
go.
hyped for
Okay,
this.
so
Here we go.
a giantess fetish.
A
Say it
what?
again.
Giantess.
Oh, that's where you are playing a giant, and you're over the camera's like on the floor or whatever, and you're a giant, and they're supposed to be super tiny, and you do whatever you want to do, whatever they want to do in that realm of being this
Correct.
tall to you being a giant.
Correct.
I've seen that before.
That's
Correct.
shocking.
We talked about a dangle show. Okay, well, there's.
I'm answering the next one because you actually be on these shits.
No, that
I'll tell you,
I'm
I
not
have a
into
good-
it, but
I
it's
have
one
a-
I've
How the
seen.
fuck you knew that then?
Cause I'm into
Shut up,
sex.
you know.
I know a lot.
You're into sex. That's
He's into
not
feet,
in the
y'all.
text. You're in the feet.
Okay, it's
okay, go ahead.
And you know what? It's such
No,
a.
feet's not my thing. I'll tell
Yeah,
you what my
right.
thing is
Giant
off
test
camera.
fetish.
Okay,
Feet's
we'll
not my
talk
thing.
about
Just
it.
stay over there
And
to
also,
yourself.
if feet is your thing,
Fuck you, TJ.
I love it. I love
Fuck
it. I think
creep.
it's so.
TJ,
I'm
you're a
not
creep.
No king
into it.
shaming from me.
Shaming TJ. Fuck you.
I think that foot guys are the nicest guys. I only had one message that was aggressive and rude, and like violated what I would consider like my boundaries.
Show me your goddamn toes and spread them.
Other messages I got.
Well, because isn't part of the feet thing the power dynamic?
Yes, they're submissive for the most part. They're a submissive group of men, and it's very and even
really.
When, oh yeah,
my friend,
highly submissive.
My friend is a foot guy. And he's one of the most aggressive people I've ever met.
Okay.
To you?
No,
to women.
Listen, I know.
In
he's
the foot game,
aggressive.
is he aggressive?
I don't know about the foot game.
He's probably not. In the
Can't speak
game.
about the foot game, but everything else, he's very aggressive.
He could be. Well,
he's
no.
aggressive.
That's how people are, though. People are like very different in bed, especially when they're fetishists.
I think
typically.
I need to know.
Well, don't call him right now.
I need to know. I need to call him.
Text
I'm gonna text him. I'll text him.
him. Why don't I text him?
Oh, well, I'm gonna message him, but
I
we're
should
gonna
text
do it.
him.
Let's do it on Marco Polo. This is great.
Okay.
His girlfriend will be very offended.
Oh, he has a girlfriend.
Don't worry. No, don't worry about it. Don't worry about it. It's fine.
I'm not here for that. And if he is a foot guy, hey, also,
no, it's fine.
Stop. If he is a foot guy and he is passive like that, that would hurt his feelings, and like that could fuck up. Don't do that.
He's a piece of shit. Don't worry about it. Listen, TJ, you stupid piece of shit. We're here live on the How Do We Even Get Here podcast. It's me,
Isn't he
this
such a great
motherfucker,
friend?
and then there's Auriane de Rudder.
Hey, Ann.
All right. So what we're doing is we're talking about foot guys for a second here, okay? And we're trying to figure out if.
This is live. You can't.
How do you know that he's
on
even a
me.
foot
This
guy?
is like,
How do I know? Because he talked about it. So everybody knows this. It's not classified information, okay? I'm not spoiling anything here. This is something that's been a part of the first episode, okay? Everybody knows about his series.
so he's out.
Yeah, he's out.
out to,
He's
like,
out.
his
He's out
girlfriend?
about his. Yeah.
I would hope so.
She knows. Yeah,
Yeah,
her
if
feet
not-
too. Yeah,
yeah.
everybody's feet.
Good.
Okay, so he came to me one day. I said, "Stop! No, get away from my feet." So here's the thing. What were you saying about him? Oh, so are foot guys very passive? Are they like?
Not passive, submissive.
Are they submissive? Like, are you a bitch when it comes to like foot
Hey,
guys?
not a bitch, not a bitch.
It wasn't classified as.
Extremely respectful to women and put them on a pedestal, especially if it's a foot goddess.
Oh well, that's true. Yeah, no, I know that to be true already. This
Well,
message
then
is
what are we
pointless.
even doing here?
This is the point. I didn't know
How
the way
did
you
we
worded
even
it.
get?
How did we even get here?
It's the way you worded it.
That's
when you
the
said it
sound
like,
bite. That's it right
when
there.
you
Wrap
said
it
it
up.
like
We're done.
that, I just all right. Never mind. Just fuck off or whatever you were doing. Probably sucking toes or something. Peace.
Good for you. Suck them toes, baby. Anyway, so another
gonna
one.
love
Let's
that at 4 a.m.
see.
I answered the next
I already
one.
told you what a dangle show is. Okay, so
I'm really
I have an idea. Okay, the first time I got a paid request to step on a food item, what do you think it was?
Oh, okay. Now we can both answer because no way you're gonna just know the answer to that.
Step on a
Yeah,
food
whoever
item.
gets the closest, I'll give a slap to the face to.
Step on a food item.
Yeah, Brent, you're gonna get this.
This is getting porny.
It is getting porny.
Step on a food item.
Let me see what Marianne has to say for me.
Ah,
Well,
that was a good blip.
that was close, right?
I held that blip.
I'm gonna say tomato.
I feel like it has to be something squishy, something that will
It is
definitely
very
spill out.
obscure and it's very funny.
Was it Brent?
And
I-
it is in the shape of a circle.
I feel like
Brent.
it's going to be. First off, how dare you? I literally. Was just
You don't hear what he
checking
says
said-
to me
I
on this
said
podcast.
stop.
She did.
I like
You don't
saying
hear what he
Just in
says
the-
on this
literally
podcast
just
to
in
me.
the gym
Oh
today.
my gosh!
Yeah, you
I
too.
saw your
Go ahead.
videos.
I
Squat.
am-
That's why your legs hurt.
I am.
Where do they hurt, by the way?
They
Where
don't
they-
hurt right now.
Why were you
They don't-
walking
they
all
He's
don't.
weird?
working out. My legs hurt right
He
now.
was so sore.
We'll get to that when we get
Wait,
to the
where
fuck
is
yous
it?
of the week.
Where are you
It's
hurting?
nothing.
Where are you hurting?
Everywhere. He's working out.
I'm sick of it.
Where are you hurting? Nowhere.
Fucking,
you lazy bitch.
No, actually, my hamstring is fucked up.
Oh, man.
I got a row machine in the back I bought.
That's good.
Yeah, been
Was it
killing
a pie?
No, that's a good guess. And a tomato is not a bad guess, but a pie is a better guess.
Okay, so you get slapped. You won.
And also, pie is the first. P.I. is the first. It was a pineapple round. A canned pineapple.
I was gonna say I thought pineapple. I'm like no. I was thinking just a
Alright.
full pineapple. I was like no. What are you doing?
She
Get
said
off
the
me.
winner gets
Get off,
slapped.
Get off me.
All right.
Oh yeah, the winner
I
gets
can't.
slapped.
Get
There you
off.
go.
What are you?
Come here.
What? Huh?
I'll show you on camera. Come here.
Yeah,
What?
there you go.
Wait a
Come on.
minute.
Yeah, it won't hurt.
This is.
It
This
won't
is.
hurt.
Oh.
Wasn't even hard. That was funny.
That's what she said to Brent. Wasn't even hard.
Oh stop! I gotta pee.
I need a
You
cigarette.
guys, yes, you
Yes,
guys.
we'll pause. We'll pause.
Relax. Calm your titties. I'll be right
I
back.
need a cigarette.
We can keep going. We podcast all the time
yeah,
by ourselves.
yeah.
Yeah, do it.
Hey, Brent, how did that feel?
That felt like I need to pay her $40.
Just 40? That was it?
I mean, that's the cost of a foot pit. Jeez.
I feel like it should be more.
Listen.
Should we do more Mario?
No.
Okay, here we go.
Who the hell's thinking about Omorion in 2021?
Look at Tim in the backseat. I'm so cold. I'm so cold. I'm so cold. No. No,
Okay.
nothing.
No, not
Was
at
that
all.
now? Was that the kind of slap that you expected this whole time? Like your whole experience with Auriane? Is that what you expected?
No, because I expected to get shanked by Auriane.
Slap's too light.
I expected a shiv.
Okay, all right. A slap was a little too light for you.
I remember her bartending there, and at any moment, shit could pop off.
It was dangerous.
Yeah, and I've seen her pop off at guests before. I figured blood would be involved.
Well, she's a guest here right now, so she didn't want to bring her shiv out. Maybe next time.
Mm-hmm.
Next time, because she'll be back. She'll definitely be back on the podcast. You know, she's a great guest to have here.
Yeah, her energy is unique, to say the least.
Absolutely. I'm a big fan of it. I think it's great. I love the fact that you got slapped on the podcast. You won a competition, so you got slapped. That made me happy.
Yeah.
I lost, so I didn't, which makes me happy. Phillips.
Well, unless you get slapped. See, I feel like if you were taking that slap, you might have thought a little bit differently.
Maybe. It might have changed my...
I'm not going to lie.
She,
I feel like in the moment when you're eye to eye with her, she was giving me that look, I was like, oh, shit. Oh,
well, you're sitting down, so
okay.
you were actually eye to eye with her. I can do that standing up, so it's different for me.
I will kick your leg out from your other leg.
See what he's saying? That's the kind of shit I'm talking about, Auriane.
I will injure a cripple.
Okay, do you still have peach juice? Or
I do. No, peach is still here. It's full. It's full.
I will beat
Brand
up
new.
a cripple.
Juice? Okay. Make sure you get your shirt on camera. It's important.
This shirt's beautiful.
How much do you
You
want?
can go up to the camera if you want. It's not
They
gonna bite
said how
you.
much for it, and I was like, I can order you one online.
No,
man.
I don't want your shirt. How much? Here?
That's good.
Okay. All right.
This
You want
shirt,
some ice?
I've been buying a lot of. Sure, Shirley.
He's different now because you slapped him. You whipped him into shape.
Well, also, I was
But
going to
I
get
want to
ice.
say,
Sure. Make sure you give me some too, there, buddy.
but that's
No,
like
nothing.
how
Oh, fucking asshole.
how gentle and nice all the interactions with these guys were. I had a guy pay me $175 to make an original video of me. I set up a miniature city, and I put on high heels, and I stomped on the cars and the buildings, and he wanted me to do it to old country music, so I did a bunch of Waylon Jennings tracks. I think I started with like Lukenbach, Texas, and just went from there. Probably like Good Time
So
and
crazy.
Woman in Love with the, whatever that one is. He's a good time. I don't
Sing
remember.
it.
I don't remember.
No. What were you saying? Hold on. Sing that again.
It's the one about like, I always get it mixed up because I always like, she's a good time and woman and I don't know.
Don't trip over. There's a chord right there.
But thank you. I love these ice cubes. They're so cute.
Thank you.
Thanks.
God, that was loud.
See, you're a bartender now.
Slap him into shape. I love
I'm
it.
not gonna tip you. I'm just kidding.
I'm also not
I will.
tipping
I'll
him.
tip you on your Venmo.
He gets tipped all the time. Just the tip. That's all he can handle.
No, I'm pretty sure.
That's just juice.
I'm pretty sure you get tipped over all the time.
Forgot. That was a good. It's like that's just juice. I'm like, who knows?
Yeah, stop slacking.
I was gonna like use the shot glass to measure since I don't know how to pour a full shot anymore. Just kidding.
Sad. So sad. Thanks, Brent.
But yeah, foot porn was cool. It was enriching. I really enjoyed it. The problem for me was that my camera setup to just film from like here down was tricky. And
Now, why'd you just do feet?
So they want it.
because it's not, to me, it violates absolutely nothing. There's nothing for me that's sexual about that.
Nobody's seen them.
The
don't
only
even
thing
know.
that was sexy for me or that turned me on at all was the money. And that was like,
Fair.
Was there?
and the attention, I think. I think the attention.
Did you do
Also fair.
like clean feet porn, dirty feet porn, both,
All of it. So like, get your feet dirty, clean them off,
You know
lotion
too much about
shows,
this.
try on
I'm
different kinds
into
of
sex.
socks.
I have.
Don't
a
say
FetLife
into sex.
account.
She just said it's
No,
not
it's
a
okay.
sexual
You can
thing.
know
Do you
about
have a
this stuff.
FetLife account? Do you have a FetLife account?
No, we talked about this.
Right, exactly.
I don't know what the fuck
I
that
do,
is.
but only for foot porn. And honestly,
See.
I didn't find FetLife to be very helpful. I found some people and they're like, I can help you.
Just Brent.
A lot of people too, when you're new in any, well, I mean, you could say if you're a young woman, and I'm not that young, so this is probably why I was like, get a grab, bitch.
Old enough, but young enough.
But if you're new to an industry, a lot of people who know the industry more will step in, and I think especially like the sex work industry, people will step in and try to be like, let me help you. Like the reason I stopped, I had a pretty great experience the first few times I went on. I probably did it for like 3 weeks before I got my unemployment, and I was like, oh, okay, I'm cool. It's sweaty in my apartment. I don't have AC. These lights on me is kind of like frying me, and I have to keep on putting on socks and different shoes and like thigh-high boots and like walking around, and like the camera angles are killing me, and I'm holding my foot like this for like 3.5 hours, and I was like, fuck this.
That just got us a bunch of views. That's the new.
Yeah.
I bet your legs were toned as fuck though. Having to do that shit though.
No, because I was getting pandemic fat at the same time. I was also stress eating Domino's. Like, just bring it to me. I'm not allowed to leave my house.
Just had Domino's yesterday. It was delicious.
I've given it up.
Philly cheesesteak. It was delicious.
It's like the dirtiest one.
It was so good.
It's the dirtiest one. The Philly cheesesteak is so dirty.
God,
when you get the Philly cheesesteak,
Nobody lives there.
Say it again to the microphone.
Philly cheesesteak is so dirty.
Oh.
This is the dirtiest.
So I
How
just
dirty
want to
is
stomp
it?
my feet on it.
Yeah.
I'm actually taking off my socks right now.
We're so gonna get taken off of YouTube.
Just took her socks off. People
Well, that's because it's hot.
Y'all can't. I know.
That's good though. Because it's something I'd rather be hot than cold.
That's true.
I'm a jungle climate kind of girl.
Kind of in between. I don't know. I like a nice little light jacket. I'm a hoodie guy. You know, I wore hoodies
cold
all
puts
the
me
time.
to sleep.
Really?
Yeah. If it's too
That's
cold in
when
the
people
morning,
die.
I won't get out of bed.
Yeah.
Like, I won't.
No, I agree. That's why I live in California.
Yeah, and I've definitely had the heater on all night because I know if it's cold when I get up, I'm not getting up.
If I leave my heater on all night, my apartment will burst into flames. My heater faces my front door. Okay, so my heater faces my front door and my room is at the back of the building. So the heater would do no good. It would just go up against my studio room, which is a bunch of spray paint and flammable, like, resin and like all kinds of things that like you just wouldn't
So
want.
it's not a
to
mobile
see.
heater.
So you're in an enclosed space with a whole bunch of paint and fumes and stuff?
No.
That explains a lot.
That
explains
fuck you.
so much.
This outfit. I know y'all are talking to each other, but this outfit is atrocious.
He's watching the Billie Jean music video.
Is this Billie Jean or is this Smooth Criminal?
That's Billie Jean.
Are you sure?
Smooth Criminal is the full-on suit.
Oh my god. We gotta quiet that
Smooth
really
Criminal
quick.
is the lean. This is Billie Jean, homie.
Yeah, you're
With the
right.
lights
I heard
on.
it. I heard it for that 2
You don't
seconds.
have to hear it.
I feel like this was
You're
before
older
it
than me.
started.
Everybody's seen this. I don't care how old
Bro,
you
I didn't say I
are.
didn't see it. I just didn't know it was what it was. I just
No,
saw the
that's
light
not
up.
Michael
with the
Jackson,
lights
but
on
I
the
just
ground.
hear
That's-
screaming
No.
children.
But Smooth
It's been
Criminal.
parodied so
No,
much.
exactly. Ant Farm, Alien Ant Farm. They did
Fuck
Smooth
Animal
Criminal.
Ant Farm.
They Alien Ant Farm.
Fuck them for doing Smooth Criminal.
They did Smooth Criminal.
I thought they did a good
That
job on
I
like
liked
doing a
it.
totally
That
different
version
cover.
sucks.
I thought it was super cute. It was
But
like
they did
hella
this.
2000.
They did this. That's why I thought it was Smooth Criminal.
Yeah.
Because they did exactly this in the video.
No,
Hated it.
I mean,
I
like
hate that
there are
bow tie.
artists who pick Michael Jackson's bones, like Justin Timberlake, for example. But like,
Fair.
I don't
Or
think
Usher.
that Alien. Fair.
Very
I
fair.
don't think that
Or Weeknd.
Alien Ant Farm even tried. Fair.
This sounds a lot like
Fair.
him. Yeah.
Fair, dude. Like I said, there are artists that like really are just buzzards. But I don't think Alien Ant Farm was that case.
No, I don't think so
that
either.
they were like, I thought they had a fun idea, and I think they probably
I can't believe we got approved.
I think they probably performed that live before they were anywhere near famous.
Yeah.
And that was such a crowd pleaser because every band
went for it,
that's
yeah.
like right here, they're almost there. They all have a cover they do.
Yep.
And they like hone that cover really well because like eventually people, when you're not famous yet and nobody knows your song to sing along to, you really as an artist want somebody to sing along to a song. At least that's been my experience with like guys
No,
in
it's
bands.
true. Yeah, it's true.
And girls in bands. And yeah, so I think I felt like they had done that so many times, and that's probably when like somebody was like, let's give them a record deal. People go nuts for these guys.
It's ironic that you said that because I was watching a Phineas and Ferb interview show on Disney Plus.
Of course you were.
Thanks, Trey.
Hey, absolutely. I pay
And
those.
one of the people they interviewed was Taylor Swift, and they asked her about her career, and she was like, one of the things I've always wanted to do is I always wanted to sing and see people sing to my songs, and I get to do that now, and it's fantastic. And it's weird how you'll hear something and then later on it comes back.
It's funny because I literally released my most recent podcast today, and at the end of the conversation, it just was like my friend being like, I really like Taylor Swift, and I was like, well, we'll just have to agree to disagree.
Yes.
That's
I was
funny.
like, but I know one thing we can all agree on, and that's fuck John Mayer. And we were both like, yeah.
Fucking John Mayer!
You could put me in a
So,
room
friends
of
of
1,000
benefits.
people that have a modicum of talent musically.
Don't say modicum to me.
I know it's twice. I've
No, it's
never
okay.
said it.
You go ahead.
He's just dumb. He's from Virginia.
And I could
Y'all.
pick at least 10 people in that room that kick more ass than John Mayer's
Including
pasty
Brent.
ass.
Yeah.
Yeah, I would.
I mean, I
John
think
Mayer's
we could
probably
say-
Probably not the most talented guy.
No, but he gets so much street cred for being such a good guitar player, and I'm like, literally any person of color could stomp you in like 12 different musical categories.
Shit.
Does he really get?
Yeah.
I thought he just got street cred because girls thought he was pretty.
No. First of all, he's not pretty.
He's very pretty.
That's a homely
I knew a
bastard.
girl who just at the
She's stupid.
at the sound of his name.
That's
Fucking tell me!
stupid.
Bro,
Well, anyway, I don't want to give him any more credit because he's gross to me and he's just disgusting. I just think he's
Fathers.
Wait, yeah. Fathers and your daughters. Yeah, okay. Your body is a wonderland. You cornball piece of shit, and then daughters.
Jen, stop
Oh
listening.
my
Stop
God.
listening, Jen.
Oh my
Stop
God.
listening.
Jen, get a new boyfriend. That guy's gross.
I feel like I'm killing it when I pull my cheeks.
He's like
That's
Justin
not my point.
Timberlake.
His
to me,
penis
but
is a
worse.
white supremacist, though.
That was hilarious.
Right.
I never heard of that until you.
When he was like David Duke.
That's the craziest shit I've
Isn't
heard
that
in my
what he
life.
said?
That was a Playboy article, and they asked him, Playboy interview, and he's like, you know, my dick is just a white supremacist. I like white women.
That was a great way to put it. I think I'm killing her.
No, do the fathers and daughters one. That's a serious one. Yeah, he's also a sexual predator, but whatever.
That actually sounds a lot like him in my ears. It's weird.
Mothers be good to your daughters.
Oh God, no, my ears, like literally, I just sewed my vagina shut while you guys weren't looking. It's closed for business.
You
As
look
if it weren't
so
bad.
But are
pretty.
your feet still available?
No.
Yeah, for kicking you in the fucking head.
Would
for
you-
$40,
All right.
I'll kick.
Well, Auriane, you look extremely pretty.
I
Would
know
you like
that,
some
Trey,
tacos?
and you know what? I gave you that information before I shut it down. The GOP broke me. I'm done, men.
So what do we do now? How do we even get there?
How do we even get there?
So, okay, so these black nerds, what does a black nerd have to say? Not me.
They're not all
Him.
black. I said nerds
Oh,
of color.
this is
Nerds
my
of
friend.
color.
Wait, time out. This is my friend's song.
Lana Del Rey?
No, Matt Mason. He's on Atlantic Records. We did a lot of shows together back in the day.
That's cool.
We were supposed to do a song, but we wanted to write something that was amazing, so we never did a song. And now I'm here podcasting with Brent. Isn't that sad? And he's on Atlantic Records.
Your time will come, sweetie.
Here we go. Wait, I can play this.
I'm right here.
Okay,
Lana
no,
Del
Lana's
Rey
singing.
can't.
Lana can't sing. She can't sing. But when Matt starts singing, I can play it.
You probably still can't.
Yeah, it's fair.
You
He's
know what you
famous
should
now.
do? You should just like shoot him an email and be like, "Hey, I saw your song. I'm jealous. That's amazing. I'm so proud of you. Can I put a link to it in
Do
my
you
podcast?"
want some tacos?
Oh, I definitely can.
Also, you look beautiful, Matt. Do you want some tacos?
He does look beautiful.
So what does a guy or girl, what does a person
I don't
have
know.
to do to grant nothing?
She didn't fucking know anymore.
I don't know. I mean,
Be dope. Stop being whack.
it would be
Give her
like,
tacos. Stop being a fucking lame ass motherfucker. Treat her
I
right.
I
Appreciate the dopeness that Auriane produces.
I
yo.
think I think the bar's much higher.
Are you her
than
hype
all
man
that.
now?
Yeah. You
Yeah,
fucking
you
right.
should. Yeah, you should
fucking
like.
right. Let me answer
like,
this
don't
one.
even talk to her out the side
I'll
of your
take this
car.
one.
Are you her
I got this.
bouncer?
I got this.
Yeah.
Listen. You gotta show up. You gotta be fucking original. Okay. First of all, you gotta be original. You have to have tacos. That's number 2.
No,
okay.
I don't need tacos. That's just a lie.
Yeah, let me finish this. You don't get in. So,
Did you just mansplain to her?
listen. Shh, quiet. You too. Listen.
I never learned to read.
For Auriane,
Not till the 4th grade.
you have to like
That's
feet
when I
pics.
started writing.
That's true. Not
I was reading in the 3rd grade. Late, but better than ever.
That's when I started poetry.
Weren't
by the way.
those Galactic book fairs the shit?
Those were the
Dude,
shit.
book it.
Yo.
There's a
weren't
reason
those
I'm
the
horny
shit?
for pizza. Because for me, every time I read a
Fucking
book,
Pizza
I
Hut
got
shit.
a sticker.
That fucking
and then
Pizza
I got,
Hut
and
shit.
it wasn't, you know what kind of pizza it was? It was a personal pan pizza.
Personal
meaning
pan
it was
pizza.
this
It was
big,
slices.
and nobody else gets one.
It was
Nobody
some-
else.
it was
My
4
sister,
slices.
no. My dad, no. My
Just
mom,
me.
no. This is for me because I read 6 books.
Did you know she had a
4 of
sister?
them were Goosebumps, but whatever.
Dude,
Never
not
knew she had a
mine.
sister, by the
I
way.
was advanced. Mine were all Christopher Pike.
Wow.
I did
Went
not
for it.
even F with R.L. Stein. Okay, I did. The Christmas Killer is a really good one. So, like, teens, if you're listening, go home, call your parents. But The Christmas Killer was a really good, I believe it was a trilogy of R.L. Stein's, but Christopher Pike was, like, a much higher reading level. That's where I was at. And that was in, like, the 3rd or 4th grade.
Is that the best thing you ever bought at a book fair?
Oh, I don't even remember. I mean, no. I know I got a lot of Beverly Cleary when I was really young. So the reason I kept asking for my hair to be cut in a bowl cut was because Ramona Quimby had a bowl cut, and I thought that was cool. It's not. turns out.
She just passed, by the way.
I know, actually, I had a friend ask me a similar question, we were having wine at my house, and she was like, something about like writing influences, and I was like, probably, well, she's like, why do you think you kept getting your hair cut in such an ugly way? Because she didn't believe I was an ugly kid, and I showed her one picture of me, and she's like, what was going on there? And I was like, I wanted to look like Ramona and Beezus. And she's like, what's that? And I was like, oh, I was obsessed with Beverly Cleary. Like, it was a story about these two sisters, and like Ramona was like just like kind of a misfit and whatever, and I really connected to it. And then the next morning, Beverly Cleary died, and I hadn't like said her name or any of that.
Yeah, right.
And I ordered, and like after talking to her, I ordered the collection in books that night, because I was like, God, I don't have those books anymore, so I should like have that on hand. Like, I have a lot of other books I liked when I was a kid. And yeah, and then that was crazy. And it was Anya. You guys know Anya. Anyanka?
I know Anya.
She was like, oh my God, we like felt her die or something because she died last night when we were talking. It's so crazy. And I'm like, I mean, she's really famous, so like I'm sure a handful of people were talking about her
at the same time, yeah.
Do you then do you read a lot? Like what's your...
I don't read as much as I should. I watch a lot of movies. I watch a lot of film. But I mean, that's also pandemic related. Like, I'm just like,
Fair. Very fair.
No, I don't find a lot of writers that I like very much. I start a lot of books and I don't finish them.
I get that.
That's an artist thing.
It is.
Well, I think too, just like, I know what I like. I'm really specific. I have like a pretty specific aesthetic. Like, I like in your face, literal stuff. I don't like a lot of...
Yeah, because you're not supposed to do that.
Shh, quiet. Don't talk to me.
I don't like a lot of innuendo. I don't like a lot of trying to like uncover a truth. I like a lot of very unpretentious, factual storytelling that just is well written. Like I like a lot of voice in an author. So if I can probably list like 5 or 6 books that I really have liked recently, and I could probably list 16 that I've really liked as a whole, and I could probably like say 30 that I would recommend on my bookshelf, and there's probably 10 in there that are just there to make you go like, what is that doing here?
I paused this for one reason.
Okay.
Because it says it always seems impossible until it's done.
Mm-hmm.
I love that fucking quote.
That's
just
a good one
record.
for a creative person.
I think that's fantastic for a
keep
creative
going.
person. So I accidentally pressed return, so it canceled it out, and then Brent was meaning me. Oh my God. Views.
Free.
This way. Yeah, there it is.
Do you know
No,
how
I think
much
it's there. I'm like, I see. Oh, well, whatever.
There
That's
it is.
enough.
You know how much you have to pay for that under normal circumstances?
Nothing tonight.
Get it from How Do We Even Get Here for free?
Question. You go ahead. I know.
I like something about this though. This reminds me.
Play.
Okay, well now it's gone.
Oh, not that part? Oh, I'm sorry. I thought you were saying...
I meant the quote. And
Okay,
that
well,
guy, I don't know about him.
That's Matt Mason. That's my friend.
Oh.
Well, he used to be my friend. Long
Does
time
he
ago.
sing or does he rap?
He sings.
Thank God. White rappers, I cannot.
What? He's a great singer. Oh, God, that was too long. Oh,
Wow.
We're so canceled. There it is.
But Macklemore.
Well, if it doesn't,
7.4
you know what?
million.
You know what? I think he's a wildly talented, troubled young man.
Who, Macklemore?
No.
Matt Mason.
You said Macklemore. I don't care at all about.
She loves Macklemore.
I don't. I like
Favorite
honestly.
rapper.
I don't care at all. Like that's exactly what I mean when I'm like white rappers. Oi.
Oi.
No.
Brazilian.
The one that died of an overdose.
Oh,
His face just popped up when you like paused.
Shit.
Yeah.
God
DMX?
damn it. No, DMX.
Mac
Stop,
Miller,
man.
Mac
No,
Miller.
Mac Miller. Yeah. Jesus Christ.
Mac
You're talking
Miller,
about white people.
like
Stop.
I really liked the album right before he passed, but I still need to like. It's such a shame that he passed. I do think he's very
He is very
talented,
talented, yeah.
but I still need to ask him, why are you imitating black culture and not assimilating something that influenced you into your own voice? Like, it just makes me uncomfortable when somebody... Copying is part of art.
Yes.
A lot of educators will tell you in order to be able to write, you need to like read this author and try to write like her, read this author and try to write like
They
him.
do.
Yep. So I'm not gonna like discredit somebody for as they're cutting their teeth.
I heard that too.
Super loud to me.
What was it? It sounded like a car went by.
Bike maybe. It's this thing.
Oh,
buzz.
dude. You should hear. I have homeless people being like, "What are you doing in your house right now?" Like screaming during my podcast, and I'm like, "I'm trying to record a podcast right now." Sorry,
I love it.
temporary, a little interruption. Oh, it adds to the,
I think it's good.
Yeah, welcome
That's
to my
good.
bedroom.
Yeah, absolutely.
Come
good.
over. It'll be weirder.
I'm excited. Let's do this.
But yeah, I like
Don't ever
warned
look at me like that
him.
after you say something like that.
Come over, let's do this.
Don't ever look at me after you say that.
Anyway, Mac Miller.
Yes.
Why are you talking like a black boy?
I think we should play some Mac Miller.
I
don't.
love a couple of songs on that album. I like the album for the most part, but like after I listen to it, I'm like, but why are you imitating a black person when it's culturally fucking offensive, right?
But what if that's just how he is? What if he grew up around black people?
I grew up around black people.
If
I were like, no,
Oh yeah, you're not like a white girl,
I am a white girl.
but you're not like a white girl.
Right, except I am, and if I were like, well, he doesn't use the M word, so I will give him that. That's obviously,
The
but
M
that's
word?
so far
That's the key.
gone.
That's all. That's
But
the whole key.
but-
The M word,
no.
he doesn't say Miguel?
It doesn't say Miguel. Absolutely not.
Why are you talking about Miguel?
Right? Why would you say
Do
that?
you even know Miguel?
He's the official rapper of the podcast.
Oh, I thought you were talking about. I have two Miguels,
No.
and I don't
I
say
do know
Miguel.
that.
I say Miguel because
Miguel.
that's how they like me to say
That's
it.
what my mom used to say.
But like again,
How much
am
do
I,
they pay
am
for
I
that?
culturally appropriating? I don't know.
40.
No.
42.
Excuse me.
42 for that.
I'm 42.
No.
No,
They
I
paid
asked how
42.
much-
I'm 136.
I thought you were 812.
I'm 137. I forgot. God, I just lost a year in the pandemic.
That's crazy. Isn't that weird how that happens?
Anyway, Mac Miller, look, talented kid, terrible loss. Fentanyl, right?
Shouts to Mac
Oxycontin.
Miller. I like
Terrible.
Mac.
Mac Miller, beautiful album. Wish you could have made it to a point where you weren't doing this weird thing.
My friend loves him.
I thought he was really brilliant, but like, I would have liked to see what happened for him in 10 years.
Yeah,
Yeah, when somebody grows up and they're like, okay, well, I was imitating my favorite artist then.
I agree.
And then I found my own voice. Because he was wildly talented.
So then you're not a big fan of Chet Hanks, then?
Shaba Hanks. What are you talking about? His name is Shaba Hanks.
Hashtag White Boy Summer?
His name is Shaba
I don't
Hanks.
think that he is talented.
I feel like I
So
have to
he
play
doesn't
this
even
video.
get that pass for me.
Wait, I have to play
But
this
I don't
video.
know him, so
Wait a second. I gotta find this.
He talks like a black guy.
Oh yeah.
that's so dumb.
Where is this guy? Where the fuck is this
He,
video?
yeah. So, shit, I had a question, and
No,
I
you
can't think of
didn't.
it.
So I grew up in Baltimore, and there's on the east side is a
Thank you,
like
Auriane.
white hood, and on the west side is like a black hood. All of Baltimore is hood. It's just like very patchy. Even in like the gay neighborhood, it's like trans gangs. It's a lot of gang activity. It's a lot of
Gang,
crime.
gang, gang,
Yeah,
gang.
yeah, yeah. So it's wherever you grew up there, it's whatever. It's equally dangerous. But the white side, the east side.
That sounds like a sketch on a sketch comedy show,
Equally, yeah.
but also could be a very in-depth, gritty drama
It's called The Wire.
as well.
Yeah,
Yes.
I don't watch it myself.
I just watched The Wire
I
2 months ago.
don't want to miss
The
The Wire, but
The Wire takes mostly part on the
I'm
west
talking
side, from what I
specifically about the
understand.
trans
Oh, yeah,
gangs.
for
And I
sure.
heard, oh yeah, the pink stars and the blue stars.
That shit is
That's in
crazy.
my book. That's in my book.
Which one?
The new one, not literary. The one that just came out.
I was just about
There's
to
a
ask.
Baltimore piece in there that's like a nostalgia piece about a friend who passed, and I mention all of the trans people who were in opposing gangs but would walk me home on their like particular blocks, and then
I like
even
that.
though they were in opposing gangs that fought, they'd be like,
They
yeah,
still
but take
fuck
her
with
from
you.
here.
But we
Because
fuck
it's
with
good to
her.
have friends. It's good to have friends, and nobody was mad at me. I wasn't in an opposing gang, so you know, trans people are people, and gang members are people too.
So it sounds like your writing style is more about your personal experiences,
Oh
right?
yeah.
Have you ever thought about doing something?
My next
Novel
book,
style?
Yeah, my next book is going to be a fiction novel. It's outlined. I promised myself I wouldn't start it until next month, but I'm like itching to start it. I didn't even want to do the outline. I wasn't interested, but I was stuck in Mexico City for like 3.5 hours.
That's so long.
And I was just like, what am I going to do in Mexico City with no internet right now? Like, finish the outline. So I was excited because I knew I know the name of the story, or the name of the book is
You don't
Funeral
have to tell
Party.
us. What is it?
No, it's called Funeral Party.
Hey, is this breaking news?
Breaking news.
And
Okay,
that's
go.
a how do we even get here exclusive.
Exclusive.
Yeah.
The name of the book is called Funeral Party by Auriane de Rudder.
That's my.
Hey, get it.
But yeah, it just kind of spawned from something I wanted to do as a kid. I was always joking, and not a kid, but like a teenager. I was like, if I ever get married, I'm gonna invite every guy I've had sex with. So I've kept a list of every guy I've had sex with that I can remember, and like their first and last name, and like it's so easy to find people now.
I also have that.
You have that list?
I do have that list.
I need to update it.
Mine is
Just kidding.
up to date, I think. Maybe.
Yeah, it's a pandemic, fool. I locked this shit down.
Yeah, no, that happened. But it was more like recycled, so I knew
If we counted like weird internet sex. Anyway, we're not here to talk about that.
Yes, we are.
I'm not.
I know how we got here.
Funeral party.
Through
anyway.
Chatterbait.
Yeah.
Oh man.
Do you guys want to see a really funny video by a white guy talking about White Boy Summer? That's why I looked it up.
Is that Chet Hanks?
No, but it made me think of it. This guy's hilarious. It's about the vaccine, but
Okay.
he's hilarious. Ready? It's a minute long. This will not get us taken down, I don't think, because it's just audio. No song. Here we go.
What'd you get? Bro,
So they're talking about the vaccine, okay?
Where are you fast
yo, bro, I
forwarding?
just got vaccinated. What'd you get? Bro, you got the that Pfizer vaccine. That's what we talked about. Bro, all we need now is for Jason. Yo, boy. Jason. What vaccine did you get? I got that Pfizer vaccine. Bro, we go. Let's go. Pfizer vaccine. Let's go. We gotta think of a cool name. Pfizer. Has to be a could be Pfizer. We could be like the Pfizer fuckboys. I don't know about Pfizer fuckboys. You know, it's a little spicy for me. It's a
You see
little
Pfizer
hot.
fuckboys?
It's not cool these days. Maybe we shouldn't call
I'm a
ourselves
Pfizer
fuckboys.
fuckboy
Three of us got the
tomorrow.
Pfizer
My
vaccine.
second
All we
one.
need now is
Yeah,
for Billy.
just
Hey, Billy to
okay.
complete the whole thing. What's up, boys?
Thank you.
Billy, what you get? Billy, did you get the Pfizer vaccine?
Billy.
I got the AstraZeneca vaccine.
Yeah, Billy.
No, we can still have White Boy Summer, even though we got different
White Boy
vaccines.
Summer.
Bro, that's not even legal here. How'd you get that? I know a guy, okay? I know people. I don't just have to rely on you guys. I mean, for everything, okay? You can't be part of the Pfizer fuckboys. I'll start my own
Okay.
gang. We'll be the AstraZeneca Zaddies. Bro, don't say Zaddy in front of me. Johnny,
That made me
stop,
think
stop
of my
fighting. It might be
podcast.
fun.
Don't say
It's not
Zaddy
that
in front of me.
Bro, I knew you wouldn't accept me. You broke my heart first.
Shit cracked me up.
It didn't crack me up, but I'm gonna be like, that was funny.
Yeah. I like
These
it.
are
Which
great
is better
sound
than
bites.
like, how did we even get here?
That was better.
That's another soundbite.
That was rude.
I'm
See what she said?
I'm loving these sound bites.
get her.
How vaxxed is everybody in this room?
I'm half vaxxed until tomorrow. Then I'll be full vaxxed.
I'm waiting to see what happens.
That's fair. I'm fully vaxxed, and I want to tell you what happened to me.
Ass.
Nothing.
It was ass.
Nothing. Well,
Thicker.
no, I got side effects on the second shot, and I saw.
That seems to be very common, actually.
Well, yeah. So
Thanks,
they
guys.
Say,
I'll get it tomorrow morning. Thanks for telling me.
They say if you get side effects on the first shot, you probably had it before, and if you get side effects on the second shot, you didn't. But I mean, who's they? And what do they say? I think it's just all a shit show. But I was convinced that I wasn't going to get any side effects. So I booked a trip the next day. No, the day after my shot. I was like, I'm going to Mexico.
Oh, that's the Mexico trip?
Well, yeah, because, okay, so I was a Gold Star quarantiner. I don't know if you guys know this. Like, I did not leave my house unless it was to go on a bike ride or to go on a run.
Mm-hmm.
I didn't start walking dogs until I was, like, starting to go really crazy. My mom and her husband are both immunocompromised pretty badly, and he's kind of, like, on this, like, trajectory where, like, any day something could happen, and my mom is so, like, small that she can't like move a body, you know what I mean, like and get rid of it and like bury it in the backyard and
Yeah,
like
that's necessary.
keep pretending that he's around.
Right.
I'm just kidding. She wouldn't do that. But
Allegedly.
You'd
but
have to go there and help.
Yeah, I would need to be there overnight. So she just basically asked me. She's like, "Hey, I'll help you. Like whatever, we'll deal with it." And she did help me financially. So, I mean, I couldn't say no because I wasn't getting financial help anywhere else. It was like I have X amount of savings and like a few accounts that I like liquidated, and like I was like, okay. So that, and also it's family, even if it's a mess, it's still family. So I was a Gold Star quarantiner, like no bars, no restaurants, no bullshit, no contact, whatever. I would see a couple of friends in my neighborhood and we would like sit 6 feet apart, and I was like pretty gung-ho about that, like tons of sanitizer, whatever, just being really safe. I canceled all my doctor's appointments, which was hard because I finally got like Medi-Cal, and I was like, I can go to the doctor for free. I don't have to pay like $100 copay and $700 to like get a pap smear. Thanks, America. I'm just saying.
Okay.
I know we don't do politics, but
No, we
Hillary
do.
Clinton's biggest stance was healthcare.
Fuck you guys. From Auriane.
Yeah.
Not me.
Yeah. Fuck you guys for not giving us healthcare and education. That shit should be
I mean, and
affordable.
for me too,
If
free.
not just, it should be free. It's free in 46 other countries, and they do
Fucking
well.
dickheads.
They do well.
Right.
Every time I say that, somebody's like, "We could never afford it."
Yeah,
I'm like,
yeah.
you
It always
poor
seems
piece of
impossible until it's done.
shit. Yeah, well,
That's
and
the screen
it's not
says.
impossible because the majority, a lot of, anyway. Right.
You contributed something to the podcast.
Fuck you, buddy. I hate you and your glasses and your stupid little controller hat. And that's just from the heart. Okay, go
Just
ahead.
because you can't play the controller hat.
Whatever.
That reminds me, I'm a Super Nintendo girl myself,
Here comes the black nerd thing.
but
No,
don't
go
act
ahead.
like you're not a black nerd.
Oh my God, Brent!
Black nerd, get on top of your sound patrol duties.
I'm not a black nerd. He did.
You're both black nerds.
That was
Why
a
am I
catch.
here right now? How did I even get here?
Whoa! That's our line. First of all, I'm not a black nerd. Second off,
You're
good
both
catch.
black nerds.
I'm not
I'm a
a black
white
nerd.
nerd. It's cool.
I'm not a
I
black
am a
nerd. I'm not a nerd.
You're a music nerd.
I'm not a
I
nerd.
don't look like a nerd anymore, but it's there.
I'm not a nerd, Auriane.
Yeah, I covered it up.
With what?
Lots of makeup.
Have you noticed growing up that the people that aren't nerds about anything are the most boring motherfuckers on the planet because they never had a hobby or anything
I like Avengers.
or anything
That's
that
about it.
like
No,
I like
I
wrestling.
find that the people
I like
that
Batman.
I went to school with who were very popular are still very popular and still very beautiful and,
Really?
and have jobs that I wanted to have when I was in my 20s and early 30s.
That's extremely unfortunate.
And you know what?
I gotta pee real bad.
Go pee.
Take
Don't
off.
hold it. You're just going to get a zit. I have one right here from holding my pee.
You get a zip from holding your
You
pee?
don't keep your toxins in. Don't keep them in. Sweat,
Brent, stay
pee,
still.
poop, you know. Do
No,
what
no,
you
it's
gotta
fine. I'm gonna climb over the chair. I know the
no,
owner.
you're not.
Oh my God, he's shaking the mic. Look at that shit.
Walk
You guys
around
are
me.
too wound up about the sound thing. So many successful podcasts have the worst sound. You guys are gonna be fine.
It's true,
I don't want you crawling on me. I don't need a Trey lap dance.
We can talk
oh my
about,
God, I caught
oh,
I know you did.
Oh
And
my
I
God,
hope-
what was
and I-
that?
Yeah.
Who
yeah,
was it?
Yeah, that was.
Okay.
Yeah, that was you. Yeah.
Trey has feet
Brent,
like
try
two
to carry the
Pomai.
podcast, okay? Try to carry the podcast.
Oh, you mean like every week?
Let's talk shit about Trey while he's pooping. You know he's pooping.
You know his leg is shorter than the other leg.
That's like that story of human bondage. It's not about sex, guys. With the guy with the club foot, he falls in love with the waitress.
And his foot is like smaller than the other foot too.
Well, his club foot is much bigger than the other foot, right?
Yeah,
It's like,
yeah,
mm.
he could easily top
So
like
did he have like polio or something?
if he's in a windstorm, like he goes right over. Like it's fantastic. It's great.
I used to make fun of my biological father all the time. Well, not all the time because like I barely knew him, but when I knew him, I would make fun of him because he had really.
You sure you're not black?
Right, that's my street cred right there. Grew up in Baltimore,
From
and
Baltimore,
absentee daddy.
the gays gave you respect. You don't know your daddy.
Yeah, not the gays, not just the gays, the trans.
The well, that would separate you from the blacks.
Oh, you think?
A little bit, at least,
not in Baltimore.
at least a generation or so ago.
Not in Baltimore. In Baltimore, it's everything goes, which I'm so grateful that I grew up there because everything goes is like kind of how I feel. Like I don't. You could come to me at any stage of like sexuality or like transition or whatever, and I'm just like, you don't have a gun in my face. Like that's Baltimore, and like it's the same. I don't know how to say it without sounding like a stupid ass bitch, but like the east side is just as dangerous as the west. I was fortunate to grow up somewhere where none of that really made sense to me. Like I wasn't thinking about that. I was just thinking about normal survival.
I hope you're showing off that you wash your hands. The thing about the black culture and black people and like gay people and stuff like that is that really black culture in general is one of our biggest albatrosses always been religion.
Yeah, well, yeah. I
So
would say,
like
Down Low Brothers.
So
we all saw that Oprah.
So
episode,
we'll
right?
love our gay family members, our women will.
But if you're Christianity
we'll get their hair done by them, etc. But they'll always do that. Now you shouldn't be doing that. Devils, you shouldn't. You should get
That's
yourself
very
into
Southern
one.
too.
Yeah. That or at least that's past generations. I'm not exactly sure the current situation, but yeah.
I didn't feel that. I also I have a really like biased view because when I lived in Baltimore, I lived in the gay neighborhood. Growing up, when I was like literally 12 to 17 years old. I went to nightclubs, and I that was like my escape from my family situation. I would sneak out. I had a fake ID, and I would meet all these other kids that were also like, and we're talking, I guess I was 13. I think the first time I went, I was 13. Because when I was 12, I looked 12. When I was 13, I looked 20. So, except for my braces, which didn't actually come until I was 16. So and you know what I would do? Bring it back around. I would put a ring pop in my mouth because it was all ravers, and I'd just be like, sucking on something. The door guy's like, she's sucking on that so hard, and I'm like, bye. So I don't know. I went to clubs, and like the people that I made friends with were other people who had been cast out by families who didn't like them. Mm-hmm. So it was a lot of gay and lesbian people and trans people. Then they were gay and lesbian. Now I would assume that a handful of friends are fully trans. Like, I'm looking back at some of my friends and I'm like, oh yeah, baby. At 14, you were a boy, and we saw it, and you were just like, I'm 14. What am I gonna do? Like, I hate my parents, so I'm at this club. So yeah, my views of race and sexuality are pretty skewed, fortunately, but also like it makes me pretty irrelevant when I talk to somebody like that has an opinion about race, or like has some like care about like Christianity or whatever, or like I don't get it, because all I knew was like, my parents suck so bad I have to get out of this house, so does my best friend, we're gonna go to this club, we're gonna do a ton of drugs, and we're gonna meet 50 people that and there's 1,000 people here who are all in the same situation. We all have been cast out of house and home for being just who we are, or because our circumstances suck. So it never occurred to me like, so I'm I'm ignorant in like a very happy way. I'm just like, all my friends are fucked up. But like the consistent thing there is that their parents didn't like them for one reason or another that was based in what you're talking about. Based in like a very traditional mindset where it's like, oh, you know, my friend Angel dressed like a boy and had short chair. She had a short chair.
How short
was that chair?
I think we all had that chair.
Was it like an extremely short chair?
We've all been there. Like, oh, this chair is so short.
What a
but
chair.
she would like shave her hair on the sides, and like, you know, like her dad would like kick her out of her house for a week. So where she's gonna go, she would go to clubs, and then she would like crash the house with a bunch of my other friends who got kicked out for being gay, or mostly for being gay.
The fuck are you looking at?
I'm looking at you.
What do you want? I'm not talking. The fuck do you
Talk.
want?
It's half your podcast.
I'm listening.
Yeah, you need to like pipe in, because we just got like sad.
So is that part of
popsicle.
what brought you to Long Beach, you think? Because the environment, the vibe of Long Beach, roundabout 08-ish, first off is different than it is now, but secondly is you know.
Well, I didn't come
inclusive.
in 08.
That time-ish. When did you come through?
I came in 6 years ago.
Me too.
Okay, so 2000.
But at the same time,
15, end of 15.
I was living in
me.
Nashville, Tennessee, and when I moved to Nashville, Tennessee, that's a whole different box of crawdads. But
I'll take crawdads for me.
crayfish,
Okay.
you white bastard.
Crawfish.
Crawdads.
No.
Aren't you supposed to be Southern? You're supposed to know all this stuff. Chili,
He's not.
crawdads,
He's from Virginia. He's like from
okra.
Arlington or something.
First of all, both of you guys can fuck off. That's number one. Number two, kiss my ass. Especially you. You go ahead, Auriane. Go ahead.
Nashville.
Crawdad.
Anyway, I lived in Nashville. Nashville was cool. I moved there, it's a really crazy story, but I moved there, I didn't know anybody, and I moved into a house with these 3 beautiful women, all lesbians, a blonde, a brunette, and a redhead. It was like Three's Company, but super gay. I was Jack. It was cool.
I did do that once.
He did.
Really?
Right when I was leaving.
With 2 lesbians, and it was a fucking disaster.
He loved it.
It was a fucking disaster.
Lesbians,
Did they try to get with you?
No.
No?
No, we were like family. We are still like family.
Damn it.
I love those girls.
What
And
a great
absolutely
story.
no way. It was nothing like that. unfortunately, I don't think that you can live with roommates for more than a year, maybe 2, before your lives start to shift and it's time to not live together anymore. And you, especially if you get really close, like we were really close.
Golden Girls did it for 8 years, though.
Well, that's a television show.
Oh.
He doesn't know.
Oh.
He has shoes.
I have something terrible to tell you.
Don't.
Golden Girls is a television show.
Oh my god.
No. I have it's a documentary series. I have the DVDs of the documentary series.
It's about us. It's
he's
about
got the
three of
game.
us.
Yeah.
And then we just need one more. She's actually a walking corpse. We just wheel her around.
Oh shit.
That's actually Rose, the sweet one. It's
Okay.
the saddest part.
I was gonna say I'm pretty sure I'm supposed to be the Sophia because I'm the shortest one here.
I've heard that I'm the Sophia, but I know I'm the B. Arthur. I know I'm the tall one that's like, hey guys, I'm clearly a
No, what the things you say make you a Sophia.
That's what, that's the best book review I've gotten. A friend of mine I'm just kidding, a random customer went on Amazon and reviewed my first book and was like, she's like the Sophia from Golden Girls.
Oh boy.
But young. And I'm like, neither of those things are true and I love you so much. Thank you.
Sophia didn't have a filter. And you don't have your...
I have a filter.
Or her filter was not the same as everyone else's. Your filter is not
fair.
the same as everyone
My
else's.
filter is gone though now. The pandemic really
That's not
fucked
good.
it up.
That's not good, Brent. We shouldn't have had her
That's
as a guest.
awesome.
She's gonna
No,
say
it's
stuff.
really bad. So
Now,
like a friend of
I
mine,
want to go back to Clancy's just to have you bartend one more time, just to see.
I'll bartend again when I'm like, if I make it to like 85, I'll go bartend somewhere like, I won't even be living in the country. Are you kidding me? But I'll go like pick like a shitty bar.
Oh, speaking of that, you said you were leaving the country.
I was going to try.
Where were you going?
Well, I mean, if Donald Trump got reelected, I couldn't possibly stay.
Right. Where were you headed?
Spain.
Okay.
Yeah. The original.
Do you know Spanish?
Un poquito, sí.
Un poquito, a little bit. Yeah, just a little bit.
Yeah, enough to get by. Enough to make people who don't speak any Spanish go like, wow, you speak Spanish.
Me
but
too.
enough for like people that speak Spanish to be like, keep going, you're almost there. I can tell a story about
To
this
then reply
time.
with a full sentence and you like, I don't.
No, I can make jokes,
Okay.
which is like pretty
Okay.
hard. Like I can clown somebody's outfit.
Give me some. I want to hear it.
No, like it has to be like in the moment. Like,
Okay, it's in the moment.
Yeah. Okay. No,
Moment.
that's rude.
That didn't feel like moment to you? When I...
No, it didn't feel like because like you're wearing sweatpants and like you look like an idiot.
Okay, say that in Spanish.
Well, I don't know how to say you're wearing sweatpants. You look like an idiot in Spanish, but I know how to say like tu pantalones es muy estúpido.
Okay, don't call me stupid. Fuck off. Okay, I speak Spanish very well.
Y tus zapatos es muy zapatos.
Okay, don't worry about my shoes.
Tus
Fuck you.
zapatos,
Okay, I
like-
speak enough Spanish to know too.
No trabajo.
How many years of Spanish did you
no,
say?
No trabajas.
Okay, I have.
You don't work?
I
What
do
is
have
this?
those.
What
I
are you wearing?
do have a job. Okay.
Oh,
worked it
okay.
earlier.
Well,
I knew what you said when you said trabajador is the way I know it. But
It's
second
working,
off,
by the way.
I was just saying like
It's working.
your pants are stupid. Your
You can
shoes
see it
are
on his face, it's
stupid.
working.
rude,
What? You don't have a job?
rude. I have multiple jobs.
But
We're in
I'm
my
not good
house.
at-
I
but
have a
said
job.
I'm not good at Spanish, and also.
Auriane, you're the best guest we've ever had so far because you're the first one to actually turn on Trey, and I love it.
He just asked
fucking
me to
love
talk
it.
shit to him.
Everyone just turns on me. The fact that you're turning on Trey.
You're
as
quiet
well
this time. You're not really
is-
talking. You're pretty.
How do you
you're
say
pretty normal.
shit in Spanish? I know nailed in
How do you say
French.
shit? I don't know. I honestly don't know how to say
Caca.
shit.
Caca la vaca.
I can ask
That
somebody.
means cow shit.
You want to know? I can ask.
No, you don't need to ask. Just
I know
think
Spanish.
about
Oh
it.
yeah,
Just think
vaca
about
is
it.
vaca is cow.
How the fuck
Shit.
BB? The hell? So thoughts?
It's just caca.
I didn't see
Caca de
it.
vaca. That means cow shit.
Wednesday.
I love that. That's so cute. When like somebody hits on you and you're like not into it, like caca de vaca. But also you have to be
No.
careful when you're ordering vodka.
They'll put
Because
shit in it.
it's not
Shit
vodka.
vodka.
Like a white girl would say, you gotta be like vodka.
That's Russian.
With a Russian accent.
I knew
No,
Complete with the
no,
accent.
you have. I mean, you
That's
have
Russian.
to.
That's definitely
Because
Russian.
otherwise, it's like
Do you-
vodka. They're like, you want cow's milk? I'm like, no, I
Vodka.
don't want cow's
Do
milk.
you also have to tell the bartender that you're hunting moose and squirrel?
That's not.
Oh, is that like Rocky and Bullwinkle?
It's not a thing.
I would make a good. What's her name? Natasha.
Natasha.
That's a good Halloween costume.
We
for
should
me
go
this
as
year.
Boris and Natasha because I'm so
down,
short.
I'm down. I'm down. Can I white face you?
Yes.
Yes, because
Well,
that's not
well.
offensive, right?
Well,
Sorry,
Weren't
Kate.
they
What the
like
fuck do
purple?
white people have to lose?
weren't they like purple?
Sorry,
Okay,
Kate.
let's
Something
purple
like
face
that?
you, but
Something
like
like
that's
that?
actually really offensive to make a black person purple.
Kate, I apologize.
Well, it's the grape drink. It's the grape drink, baby. We all
No,
about that
I'm
grape
not gonna.
drink.
I'm not gonna paint a black man purple.
I apologize to Kate twice.
What's wrong with Kate?
My ex. She's from Ukraine, and you guys close enough. That's too close.
Okay, well, first off,
who's Kate?
Russia and Ukraine are different.
They are. They're at war over Crimea.
Okay.
See, I know stuff.
All I know about geography I learned from Where in the World is Carmen Sandiego.
Dude, I heard she died.
Who?
Can a cartoon die? The voice of it?
No. This is a real thing.
The character on the new Netflix show?
Nobody is like getting with me on this. No. Nobody's with me. I was like watching a thing and like, look, I don't know where I was watching it. Probably in Mexico. I was drunk. Like, give me a fucking break. It's a pandemic. I can't like keep everything in my head. But I do retain important bits of information. And somebody was like, how do you feel about Carmen Sandiego? They're like, I'm really missing her. And they're like, we're mourning too. And I was like, did the animators kill Carmen Sandiego? Did she die in like Panama?
You mean
I don't know why I think
Miranda?
Panama. No, Carmen Miranda's been dead for a long time. Chicky.
Yeah, that's yeah.
No,
She's a cartoon.
Nope. I know, but I think that the animators killed her. I got them Googling Bon Quickly.
Uh-oh. Bon Quickly. What'd you do? Oh, it's my drink. You gotta down that one.
That's tequila. That's okay.
It is tequila.
Tequila does the opposite to me than it does to other people.
You get
I was
angry.
gonna say, are you sick of
you
tequila
get calm.
now from
You go to
Mexico?
sleep.
No, I don't drink tequila.
She said she doesn't like it. It makes her violent. Vodka.
Vodka.
I thought you said it made you
agua
violent.
mineral con limon.
Oh.
Yeah, I know my shit.
That's a lime, by the way. Limon is not
I
lemon,
know.
and I know you do. I'm just saying for everybody else.
Yeah, for everybody else, it's confusing. It's a little.
See, you speak about as much Spanish as, I understand about as much Spanish as you speak, which is funny.
Yeah, so like you could like be my waiter.
Right. I can so you want I would be able to kill
Right.
that.
Also,
How many years of Spanish did you take?
I took Spanish in the 8th grade.
Just 8th grade?
I think probably like 6th, 7th, and 8th grade.
Okay. Yeah, me too. Me too.
But I think
did
it
the
was
exact
7th
same.
and 8th. I honestly think it was 7th and 8th.
I did 6th, 7th, and 8th. I didn't make it to. I did exploratory Spanish in 6th, so it was a half a year. It was short, or a quarter, one of the two, and then it was.
Oh, I took it in high school for a minute.
I took full Spanish 1, Spanish 2, and then I stopped. So
I had the worst
3 years.
Spanish teacher in high school. Her name was Miss Syracusa.
Mine was Miss Bennett. I didn't even believe she was Spanish. So you're not even Spanish. I told her.
Miss Syracusa was not Spanish.
So you're acting. You're a white lady. I know it.
She was like this tall, and she looked like Mr. Magoo, but like a female. And she wasn't. But I want to say like take the characteristics of Mr. Magoo being very short and stout with like Coke bottle glasses, but then like turn it into a woman because she wasn't like an ugly woman.
Right. She just wasn't.
I'm not like trying to talk shit on her.
Right. She just wasn't.
But she was such a bitch. Yeah, and like, you know, when you're trying to teach someone who language is like, it's a tricky part of your brain, and you have to really make a game out of it. You really have to like appeal to like the child in the person. Otherwise, it's just like, and she was very like hard rules, and like you only speak Spanish when you're in this room. Also, her son. Greg Syracusa, and Greg Syracusa was a senior when I was a freshman, and he had a really cool vintage, like, dark green car that was, like, a convertible, and I was like, that's a really cool car. I like old cars.
You're all about it.
I'm not all about it. Like, I'm all about, like, old cars. I think they're really cool, but, like, they're gas guzzlers. They're a bitch to have. I've had two, and, like, no.
You still don't have a drink. You keep reaching for it, but it's not there.
I know, but it's, like, I just, like...
You want tequila? You can have some if you want.
No, I don't.
You seem like you were a fan of it.
Well, I'm not. Tequila does the opposite for me than it does for everyone else.
Just makes you violent.
No.
Makes you
Makes
happy.
me exhausted.
Oh, you're going to sleep?
It doesn't make me drunk. It makes me very tired.
You can stay as long as you want.
It's an upper.
I have blankets. They're comfortable.
Yeah, if I die, I die. I mean,
you don't have to die. Nice couch, though. It's very cushy.
Well, that's what I call dying. When you sleep on like a straight guy sofa.
I mean, you can sleep in the bed if you want, but I was just trying to be nice.
That's
very nice bed. Super nice bed.
Okay, you guys.
He'll be leaving.
Does everybody hear how
so
this podcast is going? He's like, Auriane's drinking too much. Let's get her into the bed.
Pause. Listen, I said.
Wait, why are you pausing a straight girl saying that?
Because the way she said it.
Wait, what?
I'm just repeating exactly what I heard.
I thought
Ladies,
pause was supposed to be about gay
you heard
shit.
it too.
You know what?
I thought pause was about gay shit.
Cheers.
Cheers, love you guys.
There's the clean. Brent, you want to be a part
All
of
right,
this.
after this one, I'm gonna have a Sprite.
Yes, absolutely.
God, Chris Brown.
The longest episode we've ever done.
What a mess.
I was
I'm
waiting
sorry,
for this.
should we cut it down?
I was
Shut
waiting
it
for
down.
this. Wait. I was waiting for this to happen. I knew she was gonna say.
Keep
Chris
going.
Brown
Keep going.
is a mess.
I knew she was gonna say. I actually thought about this about 20 minutes ago.
Yeah, I saw it too.
An hour ago. when he
I
came
saw
on.
it too.
Yeah, me too.
Keep
You
going.
know the bummer about Chris Brown
What's that?
is that I think
Shut up,
like
Brent.
if you took him out of like these Hollywood circles, he would be a pretty interesting like artist who sold shit on like Venice Beach.
Oh, 100%.
I think not, and
Because he
like,
paints and does all
Yeah,
sorts
I
of
think
other
he
shit
would. I think he
too.
would make some really cool murals of like dolphins with like drip paint, and he could like sit and pretend to be levitating on. I think he's such a fucking clown.
Why do you think that? Please give us your thoughts.
Look at him. Just
By the
look
way,
at him.
all of my friends hate his hair in this video. This particular video, they really
I
hate the way
think
he
that is that. Wait, was that the guy from Different Strokes?
looks. Drake? No, he's from.
No, I know who Drake is. I don't think all black people look the same, idiot.
Debatable.
No, I'm telling you,
Thanks for the
Dwayne
same
Wayne.
skin tone.
Dwayne Wayne just went like. Although maybe I do think all black people look the same. Because
Yeah,
why would they have
Dwayne Wayne is definitely not in this video.
If he
And
were
also-
in this video, okay. Also, this
And
is
also,
why I think
Dwayne
he's a
Wayne is
clown.
from a different world.
Why? Because he's wearing a blood bandana
He's from
shirt?
both.
He was on Different Strokes.
Different. Wait, no, he was on Different World, and then what was the other one? Because Dwayne Wayne was a transferred character,
Yeah, Brent. Where'd he
not
come from?
Different Strokes. Different Strokes was Urkel.
This is a good call.
No,
Uh-oh.
that's not true either.
Family Matters.
What was Different Strokes?
Different Strokes was Todd Bridges and Gary Coleman. Two black
Oh,
kids
totally
adopted by
different,
the
totally
that's
Get her,
different.
Brent.
early 80s.
Get her, Brent. She thinks all black people look alike. Get her, Brent.
Now, Different Strokes was the first time we saw Tootie, aka Kim Fields, before she went off to Facts of Life.
Auriane de Rudder
But Dwayne Wayne,
Was on a different world.
played for the Miami
Different
Heat.
World, and then he hooked up with Whitley.
That's right.
Yes.
And I think he also hooked up with one of the women from Fresh Prince of Bel-Air.
That's right.
Did that happen?
Brent.
Kadeem Hardison guest starred on Fresh Prince
Who is
for
We
one
need. Okay,
episode.
but my
Who is
question
Kadeem
is,
Hardison?
and I'm sorry if I.
You're
if I,
thinking of the Cosby Show.
No, because I never watched the Cosby Show.
She never watched it. Tell him, Auriane.
No, don't rap.
So a different world was a spinoff of the Cosby Show.
Yep.
Dwayne Wayne's
It's a
character.
different world.
Yes,
That's right,
Dwayne
yeah, he
Wayne's
does
character was in love
Thursdays.
with Lisa Bonet's character, Denise Huxtable.
That's Denise.
She didn't reciprocate and left after the first season, and Dwayne stayed on. Kadeem Hardison guest starred on
Who is Kadeem
Fresh
Hardison?
Prince.
Say the
Got
name.
it. I'm
As
back
did-
on track. I'm back on track.
Yes.
And you know what? That probably was a little bit of me thinking all black people were the same because
That's right.
I was literally
At least all black
8 years
TV
old.
shows.
What?
Yeah.
I said at least all black TV shows.
Well, I mean, I never watched Full House. Does that give me any street credit? It's not true. I know a lot about Full House because all my friends have talked about it.
Yes.
I know that Uncle Jesse is a sexual predator.
You get street cred
So is Brent.
if allegedly, and you get street cred. No.
But
yeah,
I do
allegedly.
want to talk about
No,
Dwayne
actually,
Wayne.
no. It was
on
it was
2 shows.
No,
He
it was
on
Uncle
2
Joey. It was
No
Uncle.
tapping.
Well, not even.
No,
Not
Uncle
even
Jesse.
really.
No, Uncle Jesse. Uncle Jesse
That's
is the
better.
actual sexual predator. There was a interview with him in Jane magazine where they asked him, "What's the most embarrassing thing you've ever done?" And he was like, "That's what's his face? What's his name? The dark-haired guy that
Ask
everybody
him.
thinks is hot."
John Stamos.
Yeah. And he was like, "Oh, this one time, this was so embarrassing." He's like, "This one girl wanted to have sex with me, and my friend was really drunk, and I was really drunk, and I didn't like her. I didn't think she was pretty. So I sent her up to my room, and I turned all the lights off, and I let my friend fuck her while she was half unconscious. And he said it was me, and she was into it." And I'm like, "Yo, you just admitted to rape, dude."
He's on a
Yeah,
Disney
it's
show
not
now.
okay.
He's on a Disney Plus show
Of
now.
course he is. Of course he is.
He's on a
What
Disney Plus
sick-
show now.
That's
what a
not.
piece of
That's
shit.
not okay, by the way.
It was like I think I was like 17 when I read that, and I was like, "Yo, glad I never got into Full House."
Yeah. No, that's fucked up.
Famous people are dark, dude.
They are dark in general.
So the reason why I was so in love with you talking about Chris Brown is because famously, and I think it was episode 47,
I don't know what
we
episode
had
it
a
was.
complete blow up about Chris Brown between the two of us.
We did.
I was making a Chris Brown joke,
Chris
and he
Brown's
was,
a joke.
and he got very serious about Chris Brown in that moment.
Chris Brown is an artist, and
From
it's
Virginia,
a shame.
mind you.
I don't care. I don't care if you're from
No, I'm just saying. I'm just putting that out there as context.
Okay,
From Virginia,
well,
mind
so
you.
he's from Virginia.
Chris Brown. He just said it. That's what you said. So go ahead.
So I just want to hear your take and him
I just
and
don't.
vice versa.
I don't really give a shit about an artist who. There are so many talented artists who are undiscovered and don't have an opportunity. And
Like
when you
how do
have
you
an
get here?
opportunity and you shit on it,
That's true.
then fuck you. Can we make way for people like yourself? You're also an artist from Virginia, and I think you're very talented.
I retired. I'm old now.
You're retired?
I'm retired as fuck. Just an old dude now does a podcast.
Shut up.
It's true.
Well, if that's the case, then never mind. Let's give Chris Brown some more street cred.
Damn it, I
Yeah,
broke the
that means
controller.
John.
You were having a day today.
I am. I keep breaking stuff.
You were having a day.
Fucking Oregon
Also,
stepped
what
me
is
off
this?
my-
Why are these old people trying to dance?
That's Drake. Ooh, I'm past you, boy.
Drake is so dumb. Wheelchair Jimmy, like, have a seat.
I was gonna say, so did Drake decide to like
That
try
guy
to
likes
find a gym to try to
Oh, he's in
make
shape now.
himself
He can shoot real
try
good
to make
too.
himself more credible to people?
Drake is an actor, and he's acting like an American rapper.
Yes, that's exactly right.
He
That's-
did say that.
He's doing,
That's the best. That's the best description
he's
of
doing a
Drake
good
I've
job
ever
of it.
heard.
He's doing a good job of it. And you know what? Also, something about Canadians who come to work here, they have to work really hard to get their work visa here. So when you're a child star and you get your work visa here, you had to kill it working to get your work visa. So like, that's why he works so hard now. He's like, that's ingrained in him. So he's going to be a hard worker. You don't have to be good.
He also
You don't
has
have to be great. You
5,000
have to be
number one
prolific.
hits, by the way.
Thank you.
Drake has 8,000 number one hits, just to be clear as well.
I know, but like, people like what you sell them.
Mm-hmm.
Like,
That's
put
correct.
it in the machine. I'm sorry. Like, you asked me how many books do I like. I said 5. I'm sorry.
Who's your favorite artist?
Artist?
Mm-hmm. Music
Oh.
artist.
Mariah Carey.
Okay. Okay. She's
Yeah.
got a lot of hits.
It's about her
Definitely had the machine.
octave range.
Are you an Ariana Grande fan?
I like her.
Because she's kind of like the second coming.
She's nothing like the second coming.
Sounds a lot like her. Different lyrics and different contexts, but definitely similar
Very
tones.
different lyrics, very different articulation, very different vocal range.
The
Very-
range is similar. The range is
It's-
similar.
the
She can hit
range is
those
not
notes.
Similar. She's got a whistle to her, but she does not have an 8-octave range.
I don't
That being
know.
said,
I don't know.
but I think she's very talented. And yeah, I like her songs. I really liked Ariana Grande's second album, which was mostly an R&B album.
It
I was
was.
really bummed out that they pushed hip
The
hop
pop one?
into it.
Mm.
I would have liked to see her, and I felt the exact same way about Mariah Carey's second album. First album.
R&B's a dying art form.
No, it's not. It will never be a dying art form, and that's bullshit, and that's industry talk. That's bullshit.
Yeah, industry
R&B
brand.
is fire. R&B is fire.
That-
like,
that-
look
that-
at who do you remember? Who do you
Yes,
remember?
this is the
Who do
Auriane
you
I was
remember?
waiting for. This is
And
too late.
Sade.
In the
Sade, nobody will
in the
ever
in the
touch
R&B
Sade.
range.
This is the,
In the R&B range, you mean?
That's what I was waiting for.
Who do I remember in the R&B range? Blackstreet, Luther, Patty.
Luther, you're never gonna
Gladys.
touch Luther. You're never gonna touch
Fucking-
Gladys. Aretha.
fucking
You're never
Janet,
gonna touch.
Aretha.
You cannot touch
Fucking-
them. They will exist forever. They are etched in gold, and so is Mariah.
Fucking
And I would
Jodeci, fucking.
Jodeci fell into kind of like the 80s cocaine pop game, but Jodeci I still feel really passionately about. I do feel like I feel like some Jodeci, I feel like some Jade, I feel like some SWV.
SWV.
SWV,
Yeah.
SWV.
there are some songs on there that like I would fuck too. Are you kidding? Like SWV like had some hot shit.
Oh, question. TLC or SWV? Yeah. Straight like that. Don't say anything.
To fuck to?
No, just in general.
SWV.
Don't
to
do
hang
that.
out with TLC. Lisa Left Eye Lopez, let's set this bitch on fire!
Okay, but in
Why do
general.
I feel like she's your spirit animal?
Yeah.
My spirit animal, I think, is actually a dog. But I have a psychic
That
reading
sets stuff
coming
on
up
fire.
on the 29th.
That sets stuff on fire.
Dog set stuff on fire.
Yeah, I'm going to find out what my spirit animal is. I'm pretty sure it's a dog.
It's Brent.
I'm a dog.
More questions. More questions. She's ready now. She's ready. Go.
Damn, how did we even get here? Cause I swear I don't recognize shit here.
We were supposed to have a lit year, but instead, I'm living out my big fear of something I can't control. Something's holding us back. Something is in the road and it's making our lives hard, like we living behind bars. If our love had an Uber rating, it's getting like 1 star. And no tip, cause I noticed your lack of interest. Compliments from other women refreshed my full attention. Like, when the hell did we lose connection? I'm roaming to try to fill in the holes from your rejection, and I'm fighting off depression. Whenever I start to heal, you show up in my section with random calls and endless texting. What used to be a gift, what used to be a blessing.
These toes are covered.
I should have recorded before you said that.
We can talk about that. I wouldn't mind talking about that because I do have to address it either on my podcast or on yours.
Let's pull this back real quick.
All right.
Yes, sir. Okay.
Are we doing a shot first?
No, we're doing the intro.
We're gonna do the intro first.
Okay,
So.
then let me put down this shot.
All right. Auriane. So.
Ready when you are, Big Daddy Hot Dog.
All right, and
That was directed
Over
to
and
me.
out.
All right.
why? Sorry, I forgot that you had it in your ear.
Oh my god. What a way to start.
Good
I'm
start.
sorry, I forgot.
Jesus.
Let's make the quiet one deaf so he's as loud as us.
Right. Hey.
I forgot that I'm not alone.
Do you have a gun I can just shoot right by his face?
Jesus
Forgot that I'm
Christ.
not alone.
Well, we got to keep that. I don't know how to take that out, but
That'll be bonus. That'll
yeah,
be bonus.
put that
That'll
at the
be
end.
bonus.
Okay, let's act like that
Ready?
didn't happen. Don't you do it again.